Alright, so Panda, if you had a mythical fairy tale child and you were going to give them to animals to be raised, what animals would you choose?
Kangaroo.
Because you just said to give them to the wolves bit, but like if you could choose any kind of animal to fairy tale raise your mythical foundling, what would it be?
Yeah, kangaroo is literally is like think of something. Don't think too hard. Think of just anything. The first thing that comes to mind was kangaroo. Uh, it's gonna be a jumpy man thing. So.
This is
Like
the
he's not gonna
story
walk
of
anywhere.
like
Like,
a mythical boxer raised by
what? What are you doing?
kangaroos.
Just throws like just appears out of a bush, like springs out. I'm
We got a
seeing
honey
like a
badger in the
superhero. Like he
chat.
becomes a superhero. He is the Roo or whatever. I don't know.
Mhm.
But like,
The Roo.
imagine Gotham City. Ladies like walking home. Man comes and is like, "Oi, give me your purse." And just out of the trash springs the Roo. He's, "Oi, cut!" And just like fucking punches.
I think you just described Crocodile Dundee,
I know it's true.
They probably make terrifying noises. Um,
Uh,
yep. You give them to the
Yeah.
emus, man.
Honey Badger don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Yep. Oh my gosh.
I don't know why I just see honey badger in the chat, but
Because I asked what mythic or what animal you would pick to raise your mythical foundling fairy tale child. If you just had to drop a kid off in the woods, outback, wherever.
Yeah, who's getting Mowgli?
Kangaroos. I guess you drop them off in the outback. But yeah, what animal do you pick?
as long, is that a guarantee that child would not be immediately mauled to death?
I mean, yes.
Yeah, it's
because
like raised by
the
wolves.
original example
Yeah.
was that raised by wolves. Yeah.
Oh,
So
okay.
I'm saying, what mythical animal do you pick?
Honey
the
badger
mythical
is a pretty good pick.
that is gonna grow way faster than a normal baby because all fairy tale children grow like double speed for some reason. Yeah.
That's because humans are stupid and we have a long baby cycle.
Yeah. Or you have the ones where the kid was in their mom for like 6 years and they come out like basically an adult. And you're like, dude, that birth was awful. No one needs to remember that. That poor traumatized woman.
At least it's
Ellie
not
says
butterflies.
kangaroos because they're Roy bunnies.
Well, that's what I
I
said.
mean, they
I said
are.
kangaroos. That was my first thing.
Why not
But
just-
like you say, like
lazy and dangerous. I feel like it's a tagline at a certain point.
Capybara? Yeah, that's fair.
oh yeah, be chill.
I think I wouldn't want to read it, but
Giant
like
rodents.
if it were raised by like spiders or some kind of like high dangerous insect would be
As soon as she said, I went.
Like I said, I wouldn't want to be near it, but
That's.
how would that actually communicate and how would
I
Like
mean,
Charlotte's
the
Web, right?
same
Charlotte's
way
Web,
that every
right?
other
Right?
thing. It's
Yeah.
probably.
yeah, totally like Charlotte's Web. Yeah, definitely.
I was gonna say it's probably irrelevant because we already established that for this question it's a mythical fairy tale super baby.
Yeah.
But generally you go with something that's mammalian because
Yeah.
babies need milk. But
Malcolm.
milk.
Uh,
It's weird mythical spider milk.
Anyway, let's stop talking about that.
That's how you end
get
up with
arachnid.
like the Monarch from Venture Brothers.
That is how you end up with the monarch. Yes, exactly.
Yeah,
Getting raised
he's
by
raised by
butterflies.
monarchs.
Yeah.
And then somebody dropped the bomb on us like, yeah, my parents like you went to see him every year. It's like, honey, monarchs only live like a year.
Yeah.
Those are different butterflies every time. He's like, what? How do you not know this?
I haven't watched.
The name is
Venture
literally
Bros
the
in so
Monarch.
long. I really need to
This is the
rewatch
blue
that.
morpho after that.
Yeah.
Um,
How dare they make a good story with their
Lions.
Lions. This is pretty good. Pretty solid choice. No.
Nah.
I
The
saw it.
lion cub person. Yeah. I just listened to. What did I listen to? Yeah. People, yeah, used to fight lions and just gonna go fight people. It'll be fine. I listened to
That's
one
a
of them today
that
where a
is a
guy.
dumbass anime that I want to watch now. So sorry, no, like a
Yeah.
bunch of people raised by different animals.
Fighting
Like you
in,
get like the
like a
anaconda
fighting
kid
tournament
who's just like a
style.
fucking grappler, and like
Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be awesome.
a
There you
like
go.
guy raised by bears who just like looks like he has no
Oh.
power, but when he hits people, they just fucking get obliterated. Like, oh shit, no, yeah, bear, yeah, that, yeah, oh, okay. Yeah, it's anime, or at least a, you know.
Oh my god. Obliterates the screen itself.
Should we go?
What was I gonna say about? So, okay, yeah, I was
we're around
listening
almost 20
to
minutes.
one today where somebody had
Hi, everybody.
the ability that they got all the money. They had the same amount of money that was in some other guy's pocket. Basically, they picked this other guy. His name was Ezekiel, but he's like, I have the same amount of money that Ezekiel has in his pocket. Dude, I would straight up just be giving Ezekiel money. This guy, what he ends up doing is he gambles against Ezekiel. Ezekiel loses, and then this guy has no money in his pockets because Ezekiel's broke. But I was like, this dude has never played a game. He's not a gamer. He doesn't understand how to break the system. Just keep handing Ezekiel money, and then you double your money every time because he now is putting that in his pockets, and you just have double the amount of money in your pocket. So just keep handing Ezekiel money.
And then use the money that you get from your pockets to buy things like certificates of deposit, things that aren't considered money, but are worth money.
This is fairy tale wish bargaining that
Yeah.
counts as money in this case, I think, for fairy tale wish bargaining. But the problem was he took his money that he won and he put it back in his pockets, and then it disappeared because he put it in the pockets. So really, all he had to do was not let it go back in his pockets. Yeah. But yeah, I would have just kept giving that dude money. I'd have been like, wait, I have as much money as you have in your pocket, in my pockets? Oh yeah, we just gonna give you money. Like, all day. Just, that's how you exploit a glitch. Which is functionally what that was.
It's fucking lit. No.
Panda.
Um,
Oh.
Patrick Mute.
I hope
I
not.
hear you.
I hope not as well. Yeah. I actually haven't been
Oh.
listening to the stream.
I would say I'd listen to the stream, but I'm on an ad right now.
Yeah, no, I did not hear you on the stream, so
Oh boy, that's great.
just another day on the stream.
Oh, technical difficulties.
That mic instead. Maybe that'll work. It looks like it's registering.
Yeah, I think I heard you this time.
Ah.
Good job, Ellie.
What?
Okay, fuck it. I'm
Ellie
using
can hear
this
you.
now.
Ellie says she hears you now. So.
Well, yeah, it's I swapped it a couple of times, but that's fucking bizarre. Why is that all of a sudden not working? You know, it's fine. Doesn't matter. It's fixed now.
I was doing something.
Thank you for saying so, because I had no way to really tell.
Yeah, that would have been all kinds of awful during the video on YouTube.
It's already gonna be weird because
Yeah, it
you
is.
hear me earlier anyway. Could you hear me when I was on the pre-screen? You shouldn't be able to, right? That'd be weird. It's the same settings.
Okay, Ellie says no.
Okay, yeah, that's gonna be awkward.
Eh.
Oh well.
It's not the first time that we'll have audio of me and Panda talking to an imaginary person.
I'm not editing the taped on picture again. I'm not doing it. It's too much work. Yes, hello everyone. Welcome to We're All in a Lit Room. And I don't remember what other joke I said before that I was unmuted. It's lost to the ether. Just, I'm sorry for your loss.
You said you didn't. I mean, how are they doing? You didn't wait. You didn't even care. But then also joke, you did care.
We don't do recaps on this channel anymore, Molly.
Recaps are dead. They're a thing of the past.
They're dead.
We live in the now. I was doing something.
Recaps have a stink to them.
Oh, what was Patrick's choice of animal? It was the lion.
Stinks. I love that.
It was
There's
lion, Ellie.
lions, because they have really shitty childhoods, but he'd be like a super. He or she would be a super badass. He, she, or they.
Your mythical super baby.
Yeah, mythical super baby would be. They'd be raised by lions, and then right to the UFC, straight to the top.
Do you think they would go the Hercules route and wear a lion skin all of the time, or do you think they would go the what was that? What was the mythical cowboy dude whose name I'm now forgetting? And just always refer to themselves as a lion, like he always referred to himself as a coyote.
Yeah. I don't know, because it's hard to get into the mind of a child raised by lions.
Mythical lions in this case. Also a mythical super baby who grew way too fast.
Yeah.
I would go with the Heracles route.
Like, if I have like the option, yeah, I mean that's badass, right? But
well,
I have a feeling
he's gonna functionally bulletproof lion skin like the Nemean lions was.
Yeah, absolutely. But I imagine he would walk to the ring covered in like food and viscera, likely. Just like people who don't know how to deal with him, just like fucking with him or talking to him too loud or something. Or like walk onto the wrong side and just mauls the shit out of him, and someone's like, holy shit, just get him to the ring. What the fuck?
They gotta do the thing like the Velociraptor in Jurassic Park where they have him in the cage and they just slide it up to the octagon and pull the things.
Anyway,
he's gonna follow the rules, right? Like, do you want money or do you want rules? What do you... But, yes. Anyway, it's...
time.
It's time. Yeah.
It's time.
I almost mimicked Bruce Buffer, but I don't want to get sued.
You can't do that. We'll get sued. Come on.
Who?
Bruce Buffer, the announcer for the UFC.
Yeah, he does.
Oh, okay.
He has the way he does his intro trademark.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Yeah, you definitely don't want to be sued.
We just gotta. If we say it like that, we have to follow it up with to duel.
Yes, it's time to duel.
Yeah, so we can get sued by a different set of people.
Time to duel.
Sued by a different group of people as well.
Yeah.
Right. But yeah, we're here. Last time we did stuff happened. People did things. You met Yanish at the coin collar. The fuck else happened? I don't know. Sam ate a rock.
That definitely happened.
that was pretty hype.
Yeah.
Some people got real drunk.
Yeah.
And you all survived till morning. So all in all, I'd say good job. Good job.
I can agree with that.
Yeah. Sam eating a rock definitely fundamentally changed the way some poor drunk man looks at the world now. But,
yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Because he stayed at the wood chopper's place.
Oh, yeah. One of the woodcutters.
Yeah, there we go. Sorry.
That was in the little conga line.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Lamia can eat rocks too because of Sam.
That's true. Yeah, Lamia was able to taste two things. She was able to taste mead and a rock. Which, oddly, strangely, in this situation, that was a good thing. That was a good thing.
Yeah.
Normally, if someone says you tasted a rock, they're like, oh, you got beat up? Like, what happened?
Yeah,
that sounds horrible.
It's a poetic way, I suppose, to say you just took a rock to the mouth.
Right. But anyway, we moved to the next morning where there were some hangovers and other stuff and more rock eating. But other than that, Eli, you got the information on the shard that you discovered, I guess is the way to put it.
Yep.
Excuse me.
Shard of adaptation.
And you guys are supposed to meet Yanish sometime today, I believe, around noonish or so. But was there anything you guys wanted to tackle before that little meeting? And heck, are the other two of you even going to be a part of it, or are you just going to let Eli handle it?
I was gonna let Eli handle it, but Lamia will Lamia will just beg, Sam, please let me eat more rocks.
Oh, you're muted, I think.
Oh, am I?
Oh,
Yeah,
no.
yeah,
I mean,
that
if you
wasn't
said,
just
I
fine.
saw you do something, but
I said no, but I didn't say it very loudly. I guess. No.
please, Sam, I don't want to eat raw meat.
Well, you made some choices that led to that, yes.
Lamia sighs.
Do you use it on a rock or something else this time?
This time, let's see. Man, real tempting to cast on some foul shit, but I will not. Not as still foul stuff. I probably have like a tree branch or something from when I was cutting wood yesterday. At least a section. I don't know.
Yeah.
Probably kept like some kindling for some reason or not. Other than I like, oh, look at this. This one's like, how does a limb end up bent like this? But yeah, let me cast on that. So you need to eat some wood.
Okay.
Wood, you like some wood?
Yeah, it's probably like a tree that's really hardy in a wet climate.
Right. This weird wet climate. Yeah. Okay, so you get big ass hunk of wood.
Is it okay?
I don't know. I haven't ate it yet.
No, I mean, you made a good point on I made choices that made it that way, and I guess it kind of sounded like you didn't want to feed me like that.
Look, I'm just saying that my power comes from nature, and it seems like the guy that gave you your power doesn't really like nature in the same way that I dig nature. So this might give you like heartburn or something eventually. We don't know. That's something to think about when you're that. Also, it may just be rocks. You might bite into this and think it's gross. We haven't tried it yet.
That is true. But you're sure you're okay, Sam?
I mean, yeah.
Lamia immediately digs in.
Okay. You definitely get a little bit of that, just a hint of like a woody taste. Almost like when you can sort of taste like hickory or something when it's like something smoked over it for a long time, but it's real faint. That you're not bite attacking, you're just eating.
Bite attack every time. Full send, always, forever.
But yeah, it's just like a very faint, like the LaCroix of woody taste, you know? It's just,
So it doesn't taste like wood at all. Got it.
yeah, it's like, you're not sure if it's just that, oh, I'm smelling it, so I'm kind of tasting it, or if there's just like a little bit there, like a whisper. But it's otherwise very bland. It does seem nourishing, though. It does seem pretty filling.
Okay, so Lamia will say, Doesn't taste great, but I feel like it'll fill me up. Do you want to bite Sam before I just choke the rest of it down?
No, I'm fine. I can eat regular food.
Nom, nom,
Way to
nom, nom,
rub
nom.
it in.
It's
It
ready.
is
I'm like,
filling.
yeah. Willow, not very
Yay!
good, or whatever.
Right.
Rock was okay. Gotta
Yeah.
figure out what kind of rock that was so I can get more specific. But
After the first few bites, like there's that initial like hype of it being, nourishing, kind of wears off. It sort of starts to feel a little like chewing glutinous paper, where it's like, okay, it's a little bit of a chore to eat, but at least it's filling.
Yeah. I don't
Or
have to worry
taste less
today.
filling. Well, medium taste. Still less filling.
But cool.
Speaking of, since I said I
Game is
was...
going off. There we go.
Oh, the game, yeah.
Yeah.
Since I said I was going to let Eli handle it, I'm going to go ahead and start making another poncho during
Okay.
that, whenever
okay.
that happens.
So here's another thought. Have either Lamia or Sam put any thought into a at least semi-permanent residence, or are you just going to keep staying at the inn?
Lamia stays outside of the city.
True.
So no,
There's
she hasn't thought about permanent
residence outside
residence.
the city too, like a long-standing camp or something like that.
No, she hasn't thought about it.
That is an idea.
Okay. Food for thought.
I was going to be there for emotional support, but screw emotional support. Sam is going to go look for, I don't know, caves? I don't know, natural formations that might be easier to build off of for a more permanent camp.
Okay. So you start heading out of the city. I assume you tell your comrades that you're heading out to do something like that. Okay.
Okay.
You're just going by yourself, or you trying
I'm
to
bringing
bring anyone
Sherlock.
with you? Well, yeah, you and Sherlock. Sorry.
Do you want to bring Hattie with you since she hasn't been able to do anything?
Hey, do you want to go exploring?
What? I mean, yeah,
Explore.
of course.
Okay. I'm gonna look around outside the city for ways to see if I can find a home inside the city. Is not going super well, so
Yeah,
guys, just
it's
imagine
all
this is
walled
more
up.
truck hick accent. This is the best I can do at the moment. I'm better, not perfect.
Mhm.
But
I just like you said, exploring.
exploring. Yeah.
Hey, Patrick, do you want to click off the dice?
No.
Okay, that's fine.
No, you can be covered up by dice.
Yeah, that was my
See
fault.
how
so
you like.
it's usually me that's covered with dice.
Every now and then I'll glance at the stream and it'll just be like a D20 sitting on my thing. I'm like, whatever.
Right.
Sitting right on your face.
I used to get so annoyed by that when I would watch like Daleric streams or Lost Initiative and stuff. I'm like, just click the screen, it'll get rid of the dice. But now that I have it all set up, I'm like, oh god, every time I click over there, I have to like pull the other thing back up, and I don't like to think about. But yeah, anyway, no one cares. So
Yeah.
yeah, it's cleared now.
I'll see if Hattie would like to join me. And if she would, we'll go do that.
Yeah, she'll go. I did not have her sheet pulled up because I restarted before all this.
Yeah, I'm looking for something that's like, 400 square feet, has good schools. It's just,
Like a fish?
I mean, that would be ideal.
Like a shoal?
Close to a food source would be nice. Or natural water as well. having to haul water super far for camp's not great.
So I take it you guys are probably going to be heading west.
Well, yeah, we'll try west today.
Yeah.
See how successful we are.
Go to this screen and then actually change it to where you can see things. Hold on.
Because at this point, it may be a multi-day endeavor. But like, oh, let's try west. Okay, let's try north. Let's try east. South, I think, is the ocean. But yes,
You're an ocean.
Yeah, south would be immediately into the ocean. And as previously described, you do not have a boat. So. Zoom in a bit. There we go. Alright, so you head west. You're going to try to see if you can find like an area outside the city limits where it doesn't look like that's where the woodcutters and stuff are going to be going, and so on and so forth. The hell? I gotta fix this playlist. That's already too intense. Let's skip that one.
going into nature. There's bears there. Oh boy, I'm sure they don't eat me. Not bad.
So you guys head westward. Mostly just trying to find a good space where you can build are you thinking like a camp, or are you gonna try to build a cottage?
Or something more
first one or the
cottage.
other?
Yeah, less camp, more permanent looking.
Okay.
I'm sure more hidden is better. That way, those pesky government officials that are like, "Why are you building here? That you don't own this land." I'm like, shh.
Okay.
The thing is, I'm a hobo, and I will not be paying you any money.
All right. So I assume you want to be able to get out and get back within the same day.
Yeah.
So you're not going too super far out.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably 8-ish or so miles, because it's tough to travel out there. But cool. So in that case, I'm trying to handle that real quick. I still didn't pull up her sheet. I got distracted. Aldwin Logistics and Retrieval, Aldwin Allies. That's what the file is called.
File. Gasp.
There she is. Oh, so yeah, after her trip, Hattie is still only 2nd level, but she has PC levels now. She's no longer a commoner.
Ooh.
Okay. So this is going to be a survival check first, or actually no. First will be a knowledge geography. You are going to be in a forest. So Hattie's going to aid you on this, or try to. Just shy. She seems to be not quite keeping up with you as far as like identifying the right like signs of the land and stuff, of like where to move next. Like she's just kind of looking for slightly different things, which to you is like, oh, that makes sense. She learned this stuff in a different place, even though she's been here before most of her life. It's 24. Yeah, you're doing just fine. I imagine just the Sam's nature, just trying to be polite and stuff. She's saying stuff, and you're like, oh, yeah, I thought about that too. Oh, yeah, actually, I think it might be this thing. And letting her be like, oh, yeah, of course it's that. And like, yeah, you're definitely helping. But, yeah, you pretty much got this. You're able to pretty easily kind of figure out a destination, so to speak, about where you want to look. So your next check is going to be the survival check, really to just find a good area for shelter. You know it's going to be pretty wooded. She's going to attempt to aid on this as well. That helps a lot more. Okay, so you're going to get a +2 from her, as well as the bonus from favorite terrain. Because you're in a forest.
Now you said fate returning, and I was like, fate returning? Favorite terrain.
Favorite terrain, yeah.
Yeah. Ooh,
Two very different things, yeah.
That sounds epic as fuck, though.
Yeah.
Nice. Bonus would be.
So it'll be 27. So as you're searching around out there, you're starting to see some signs that that it clears up a little bit ahead. You're like, oh yeah, cool. There's probably a pretty good spot up here. You're finding like less, just like big tall trees and things like that. There's a little bit, something about the area is a little bit odd. You can't quite put your finger on it at first. Oh hey. So by the way, I don't know why you're booing me, but yeah, it's welcome. So
why are you booing him? He's right.
They're saying boo worms.
Oh,
but you there's something you can't quite put your finger on as you get a little bit further into these woods, and obviously storming as usual. And it looks like that rain's going to pick up, so you can't go too much further unless you want to get caught out in a really heavy storm. It dawns on you finally, and I imagine you draw to a stop when you realize what it is. You think maybe you're heading into a space that's already been settled. It's out kind of away from everything, but you think that you may be about to walk onto an area that's already been inhabited. Maybe there's another person had the same idea and thought, oh, this will be a good spot. But if so, it's been a while. And you haven't seen any tracks or anything like that either to indicate that somebody's been traveling through here.
Well, this is a good spot, so I might as well go say hi to my new neighbors. Or at least see if they're actually there.
Alright, so you're going to approach. Or at least see where the rest of this leads. Are you trying to be stealthy or anything, or are you just going to kind of walk out there and make yourself known?
I do have Hattie with me. Yeah, let's be. Oh, Mitchell. Looks like this place might already be. Somebody may have the same idea settled here. I don't necessarily want to sneak up on them and give them a fright, but if they're not the best moral characters, don't want to. Just you might want to get a drop on them instead. So I'm going to be a little quiet on my approach. Be a little careful.
Okay, you want me to back you up?
I mean, if you would like to.
Okay.
Let's go.
She kind of hunkers down a little bit, and you see her take that axe that she has kind of off. She holds it with the head of it sort of behind her a little bit, not just holding it up like this. Mm-hmm. Just so it's not thunking on our hip or anything. But yeah, that'll be a stealth, and then I'll roll on for her.
Crunch, 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 crunch. I mean, I guess.
Yeah.
I think,
or squish.
Naturally through. the favored terrain. I'm not like trackable and stuff like that, but it doesn't matter.
It can be detectable as far as just noise, but even still, like a natural with a 12 is still pretty solid. So you're basically just noticing that like you keep like finding that like as soon as you look up and like try to see where you're going and navigate, the toes of your boots, you keep getting them caught under like loose roots and other things. So there's like these momentary staggers where you have to like kind of catch yourself, and you don't think you're making too much noise. But after like the third time it happens, you notice like Hattie's kind of giving you a look like, are you good? She doesn't say anything because she's trying to be quiet.
I'm as quiet as a turtle in the desert. But yeah.
But you continue to make your way forward. All right. And now go ahead and give me a quick perception check. This one's just you. Okay.
Somebody's making some money tonight. 'Cause I didn't vote for myself.
An 18 is still good. I guess I'm missing.
Yeah, someone put 1,000 on you.
I wish it was me. No, it wasn't though.
The one day I forget to vote, and I usually throw money on myself, is the day I roll double nat ones.
Double nat ones here.
So far.
So you're trying to
see if we can make it a hat trick.
Keep the eyes up, but you're like getting distracted by the roots and stuff that you keep running into. And it just feels like you can't quite catch your rhythm of scouting like you normally do. Like everything seems to be throwing you off. Like, you know, you try to put your hand on a spot on a tree and like step over something, and like you happen to put it in like a weird patch of like slimy something. So like slips and you don't quite get a grip, so you step weird, and you step in something soft, and like your foot sinks down into that a little bit more. Like you extract yourself from that, you're still kind of thrown off or whatever, you like lose track of whatever you were looking at. You're just kind of all over the place. However, while you're looking for anything else that stands out, or the tracks that any tracks that you could follow, you do instead find two snails just on one of the rocks kind of in front of you. They appear to be opposing colors. One has a like dark blue body, the other has a like bright orange body. The dark blue one has a bright orange shell, and the bright orange one has a dark blue shell. They don't seem to be paying each other any mind at all. Like, despite how slow they move, it's like you can almost imagine these two snails like reach the top of the same rock and we're like, oh shit, there's somebody here. I'm just gonna mind my business and like continue doing what they were doing, even though it took like 20 minutes to approach.
I'm looking for a home, but there might also be a snail here.
Yep. But you notice that. You don't really notice anything else in particular as you continue your way forward. Let me see. I'm going to reply to this real quick. And I'm trying to decide. Yeah, okay. Yeah, because Hattie wouldn't have rolled. She's not quite a seasoned adventurer. She doesn't have her head on a swivel like that. Alrighty. So Sam, you're still leading, yeah, I imagine. As far as you can tell, Hattie's being pretty quiet, so other than your mishaps, you're like, we're probably fine. You take a step, and immediately it's very obvious to you
Ellie
There's
once
definitely
again is the
somebody out
VIP tonight.
There's definitely somebody or something out here. Because you hear a snap and the sound of a sharp, quick movement of rope across the ground as something attempts to snare your foot.
Mm-hmm.
It might not get it. What is your CMD? Unfortunately, you're flat-footed CMD.
Oh, flat-footed. Are you sure it's my flat foot? Yeah. 15.
It's 15 is the flat foot?
Yeah.
That sucks.
Yeah.
Okay. So, yep. That rope snags around not just one of your ankles, but both of them. Just takes you off your feet and whips you high into the air, suspended from a tree. From the fall and the sudden motion, you do take 2 points of damage.
Shit!
Hattie just jumps, like, out of sight. You can hear, like, this slight squeak as you just whoosh. It hurts, and then suddenly, you bounce a few times, and you're suspended about 10 feet above the ground.
Say non-lethal? Or was that?
It's lethal, unfortunately.
Lethal, okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear. Or I heard but didn't retain.
Oh, you're good. So you're just hanging there for a second, kind of getting your bearings. You look over, you just see Hattie just wide-eyed as she, starts to move back towards you again and says, "Do you want me to get you down?"
No, just be on the lookout for somebody shooting arrows at me.
So she'll hunker down a little bit, look around. Oh. Sorry, I wasn't looking for traps.
No, I missed it too. If it wasn't against the corner of that screen, it would have been a 17.
Yeah, I know.
Okay, that was some interference from the box. All right,
Fucking slap that shit out of there.
and it went like, okay.
But an 18's not bad. She kind of looks around for a second. You know she's gonna have some trouble seeing through all the rain and everything. She goes, "I think there's a clearing up ahead. I don't see anyone though."
Still just like.
You sure you don't want me to get you down? All the blood's gonna rush to your head.
It might help me think better. Yeah, if you can see where this leads to, untie it or cut it or whatever you feel.
Okay.
Say when you're doing it though.
Yeah, because you're gonna fall. Alright, hold on. She starts to climb the tree. Yeah, she's gonna try to hurry because obviously you're in danger. Makes no progress. Stupid slippery tree. Okay, I just need to slow down. I'm sorry, it's gonna take a while. She's gonna take 10 instead.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
She just very gradually begins to make her way up this tree trunk. She's got like freaking dagger in her teeth. She had to leave her axe at the bottom. So while you're hanging up there, Sam, are you gonna like try to free yourself or like right yourself or do anything there, or do you just kind of try to keep an eye out at the moment?
I'm like keep an eye out upside down, I guess.
Yeah. Okay, so real quick, give me a fortitude save, because hanging upside down in the rain is not a pleasant or comfortable experience.
I wouldn't think so.
Okay, so you're not going to be sickened or anything. You managed to kind of just... You're uncomfortable, but it is what it is. Okay, go ahead and make a perception check again.
Oh, I know what a coon is like. At least almost. If I was wrapped up.
25. Not bad, not bad. Okay. So as you look around, there's like, sometimes when you're like turning and you're facing back the way you came, you're like, okay, there's nothing there. I guess that's good news. But eventually you like twist back to face the direction you were heading. Yeah, she's right. There's definitely a clearing up ahead. And you think as the wind is blowing and stuff, and some of the just like mist and fog in the distance seems to shift and move, you're pretty certain you see a structure in the distance. You just like barely can make out like a roof. Like a deeply sloped roof of some kind. You can see the rain and stuff bouncing off it. It's kind of what gives it away. More than that, for a second, you're pretty sure you saw a figure in the mist and fog ahead of you, like a humanoid shape, sort of in the brush and everything.
Unfortunately, we have to say nice things to Panda right now.
How did he name
Or do
Panda?
we? Did he get
He did. He did name Panda.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
All right, Molly, you brought it up. You start.
Yeah.
Okay. Panda. It's not that it's hard to come up with good things to say about you. It's hard to just think of something on top of my head. What do you mean, no? Oh, redeemed message. That's, yeah.
I would say it's hard to pick one good thing. That's a nice way to say what you were trying to say. That makes it sound like he's a wonderful, easy to talk to.
I mean, he is wonderful and awesome.
I'm
Okay,
just
like,
giving you a hard time anyways, Molly. Go ahead.
As
sorry.
an example, like when you tell us a little bit about your job and such like that, you're really kind-hearted. It's very nice to hear. Stuff like, you have to do your job, and, like, unfortunately, homeless people hang around malls, but you give them the chance to, give them a little break, and give them a little chance to go away. That's really nice. And a lot of other people potentially in your position would just be like, nah, F off. Or I'm calling the cops, essentially. And it's like, no. So I think you're very kind, Panda.
I don't like leading off with I'm going to call the police because, or I don't got money for a ticket, like, or a fine. Like, I'm sure they don't. But yeah.
I agree with what Molly said, but that means I have to think of a different thing. In general, I think I've said something like this before, but your creativity is pretty awesome. It's a little different than all of our friend group. We all kind of have different ways of being creative, and I envy yours sometimes, Panda, because just like you think of shit sometimes we're on the same page, we think of the same jokes, but a lot of times you just think of stuff that I'm just like, God damn it, I would not have thought of that. And I don't know, it's great to be around. You have a good energy, even when you're not having a good day. You can usually think of some way to poke fun at it, or some way to just like make things a little bit better than they were a second ago.
Well, okay. Then in that case, I will say, one, I'm glad you're feeling better, buddy, because that's always poop. But I will say that even when you feel crappy, even when you're not doing well, you always try and, like, make sure you take care of others, or you get stuff done for people. And I think that's really important, because it says that even when you're not at your best, you can still come through or show up and give that effort and show that you are kind, like Molly said, and that you do care about people, and that you do have that, like, want to help others. And that's something that we need more of in the world. So I'm glad that you have that, and that you're my friend for it. So there you go. That's my kind of thing.
Yeah. Thank you all so much.
Okay, we did it. Yay!
I think
Sorry.
I have the perfect taste in anime monster girls. That's what I know.
Panda, you don't have to do yourself this one.
I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I had to
stop him
platform
from doing himself.
Oh gosh.
Anyway.
But yes, so you're you're almost certain you saw a humanoid
Yeah.
form off there in the distance, just for a moment. That you're not as convinced of as the structure. That might be your mind playing tricks on you, but now you're kind of on the lookout for it. Hattie's like halfway up the tree.
I guess. Sherlock, what are you doing?
He's like perched on your boot.
Yeah.
It's just...
Can you? I don't want to cast speak with animals. Bite that rope.
Sherlock starts picking at the rope. That's gonna be a while.
Yeah.
You know, eventually he'd get through it, but it would take like a long fucking time.
And so at least there's progress being made.
Right. So you keep watching, I'm imagining. Like, unfortunately, like you twist to face away, so now the ominous potential shape of a person is like behind you until you twist all the way back around again. Part of the way through that, like, you get to see, okay, yeah, Hattie's made her way most of the way up the tree now. And she starts to, like, gradually go out partially on the branch, like, gets herself kind of, like, legs around it, and starts coming out on, like, it's a pretty sturdy branch, obviously, because it needed to withstand this trap and hold a person's weight. But, pretty soon after that, yeah, she finally makes it to the rope, takes the knife out of her mouth, says, okay, I'm gonna start cutting.
Alright.
I'm gonna try to be able to unspool this, so, you know, you don't fall as far, but I can't, like, you start to feel yourself, like, dip a bunch of times. You can look up, you see that she's trying to, like, weigh the branch down so that it lowers a bit, but obviously it was made to hold enough weight, so. I was trying to make it easier.
I look up, which is down.
Yeah.
Are there like large rocks below me, or like I'm gonna try and just strategically like look at like, okay, which way am I gonna place my body as I fly?
It does look a little sketch. Like there's definitely some gravel and rocks and stuff down there. You don't know if that was strategically placed to make it to where there's less mud. But either way, it's probably gonna hurt.
Yeah.
But yeah, you could try to like sway your way to where like you'll fall a little bit away from that, where the ground is a bit softer. We'll wait on that roll. But she starts to like cut through this thing. I'm gonna. This will just be for her probably a dex, just a straight dex check. She's not trained in the disable device, so. Otherwise, I'd let her use that. That's pretty good, actually. Just oh, and you hear like a slight exclamation, and you drop like 3 or 4 feet. There's just like that stomach drop. Like, oh shit! And but then it stops. And she goes, "Oh, okay. I think I've got it loosened. Hold on a second. I think I can slack a bit more here." And you lower like 5 feet above the ground. And she goes, okay, that's as good as it's gonna get without cutting it the rest of the way. Right. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, give me a reflex save.
Yeah.
It'll be reflex and then acrobatics. So that's not great. You think you've maybe avoided the worst of it, but it's going to come down to this acrobatics check. Normally 5 feet above the ground isn't going to be one, but you're basically trying not to drop on your head.
Yep.
Nice.
Oh, okay.
Oh, the armor check penalty. Okay.
Yep.
I was like, how the fuck? Oh, right.
Yeah.
Okay, but yeah, with the 19, yeah, that gets cut. You try to like swing your way away from it, but whenever that rope goes, gravity can be a surprise even when you know it's coming. It's just one of those things. You just fall faster than you're expecting, so you just kind of instinctively like tuck and like try to angle your body the direction you were swinging, and you end up managing to just accidentally like somersault your way to your feet. So you kind of swing part of the way, you like tuck and roll, and you feel like your boots land, and then like the hands hit, and that hurts a little bit because you slap some rocks, but you don't take any damage.
Oh, cool spot. No one was looking at.
You look up and you see Hattie's
like, ta-da.
hanging upside down from the branch. She's just like, that was awesome.
I'm glad you saw it.
She's gonna grab the like the rest of that rope and like kind of lower part of it now that there's not a person on it, and slide her way back down.
I'll help her down once she gets to the end. I mean, just to be nice.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Hattie. That would have been a lot harder if I was out here by myself.
Yeah, you probably would have fell on your head.
Yeah. Well, I'm like 30% sure I could have shot that with a bow or the arrow. Just butt and then fall, but I don't know.
I don't know if an arrow is going to cut the rope.
I have special arrows.
Oh, really? That's cool.
Yeah. I don't think setting fire to stuff would be super good, though, but...
Sherlock comes back and lands on your shoulder. Yeah, he wasn't along for that ride.
Yeah, no. You gonna try and pick me up? Yeah, I can kind of see how this...
Okay, well, I think that means somebody was probably out here that wasn't made to catch a rabbit, you know?
No. Can I look at this rope and see about, like, how old or, like, weathered this rope is? Because it's been out here. I guess I can see the age of the trap.
I'll allow a survival check on that. It's a bit of a higher DC.
Yep.
Just that I don't have any other skill to determine that.
I guess in theory that would be like a...
Get like craft traps or
something like that, yeah.
Or like, even like profession sailor or something.
Do I get the force bonus for it?
No.
Huh?
No, just a straight survival.
Okay. Just a straight one. I did spellcraft. Bad.
Those are just a little different.
You can't quite gauge the age of this thing, but it looks, as far as you can tell, not as weathered as it should be if this place has been like abandoned for a long time enough that there's no prints or anything in the soft ground. It doesn't look aged enough for that, so someone's definitely been out here and maybe hid their tracks.
Well, I was upside down. I'm not too sure because everything's upside down. I thought I did see a figure over that away by that clearing.
Oh. Great.
I might go at least introduce myself and apologize for setting off their trap. Hopefully there you are. Not hostile. I mean, hoping for friendly, but at least reasonable. I will apologize for setting off their trap and let them know that they should probably reset it. And if they try to murder me, then we'll just assume that they are not good people.
Yeah. Oh, she runs over and grabs her axe again. Speaking of which.
Yes.
Okay, I'll watch our backs this time.
Okay. I'll start to head towards the clearing.
That's her perception. Yep. So you begin to walk a little bit forward. You do eventually come into actually a clearing. A lot of that just like rain mist seems to have kind of settled in this area. Like a lot of it. In fact, it seems to be getting thicker. Right as you get to where it sort of opens up, it starts to get really difficult to see. And even if you back up a few steps and try to be like, oh, okay, hold on, let me get my bearings before I walk into this cloud of fog. No, it seems that this fog has thickened, like specifically as you entered it, to the point where you can't even see more than 5 feet in front of you. And Hattie seems to notice it too. She's just like, what the heck? She kind of slides up a bit closer. I can't see anything.
Well, I'm gonna call out and see if somebody's there, if they can hear me. Hello there. I don't know what to say. I try and get somebody's attention.
So yeah, you just try to hail someone.
Yeah.
You don't hear a response, but you do see Sherlhawk kind of snap his head, like, to attention, kind of to the right, and give me a perception. Yeah, you definitely hear movement to your right. It doesn't sound like a person in boots or anything movement. It sounds like an animal, like four paws or something like that, moving to your right, circling to get behind you.
We'll cast Speak with Animals.
Cast Speak with Animals, okay.
Oh there, what's going on? You trying to get behind us now?
There is a moment of quiet, and up ahead of you, you hear, "State your purpose." Spoken in
Sorry to intrude on your area. Just wanted to let you know that I did set off one of your traps on accident. My purpose was I was looking for a good area to set up camp for quite a while, and this looked like a good area, but was making sure that somebody was actually not living here before I set up a claim, but it looks like somebody is.
You hear behind you, where the animal moved, you hear, "Master, I don't smell fear."
Well, you got an animal buddy?
This one.
Yeah, I got an animal buddy too.
Did you say that? You hear Sherlhawk say, "There's a wolf behind us." But
Wait, Sherhawk actually said something?
Oh, we got to
you can't speak with
Oh,
animals.
you have. Oh, okay.
So, yeah.
I missed that.
Then up ahead of you, you hear, "Next question. Who do you serve?"
I work for. Oh, I mean, like, who do I work for, or like? Well, I mean, I work for Alden Logistics and Retrieval. That's in Saipan. That's where I work. But Mr. Gaia is who I would consider I follow, and who lets me do the things I can do.
I can accept that. There are two sides to nature.
Be more of a what's the other one?
Call crawl.
Are you more of a call crawl individual?
When it suits me. There are times for each approach. You want to inhabit this space?
I mean, not necessarily here. Just looking for an area around town to set up in.
It's not mine.
Oh. I mean, are you residing here, though?
Temporarily. Was just leaving. The one who stayed here was not a welcome guest.
Say again?
The one who stayed here was not a welcome guest.
Are you talking about whoever made this? Or...
Yes, exactly.
Guest of the forest?
Yes, this wood is small, but its spirits are loud. They wanted them removed.
I see.
I listened.
Have they been removed in their entirety, or is there some more cleaning left to be done?
The rest will go as seeds to the earth. But I have not yet completed that. You're willing to feed them to the wilds. I will leave this to you.
I'll make sure whatever remains is disposed of, or returned into nature. I assume that they were... nature has a good sense of those who do her harm. So I assume they're not a good person or a resident of this area.
You'll find evidence of that in their cottage.
Do you mind? My name is Samuel Goodbean. Do you mind introducing yourself?
I do. Samuel
Okay.
Goodbean.
Well, that's fine. What about you? I turned towards where the wolf was. Are you called something?
Sardoku.
Say again.
Sardoku.
Huh?
It means one who serves.
Well, you were doing a great job. I think if I wasn't as sharp on my senses, that you would have snuck up on me, and that would have been a good fright. You're excellent at what you do. Well, if nature's not telling you I'm not allowed to be here, I guess I might investigate and see if I might set up here. That's still to be determined.
If you can properly cleanse the area, I'm sure you'll find it a welcome sight for inhabiting. But it is tainted. I find it distasteful myself. I'll move on now, myself and my servant.
Well, if you ever need a hot meal or a place to sit down for a while, you're welcome back at any time. It's not really mine. It's nature's. I'm just staying here.
Is that your word?
And if you need help, I'm one to help people.
I will visit again and see if you are true to what you say. And if you do not defile this area, we will have a pleasant meeting. The fog will lift in a few minutes. We will
All
be
right.
gone by then.
Well, stay safe.
You hear the wolf move, like finishing its circling. And it says, "You're an easy hunt. Be more careful next time."
I don't know. Wasn't expecting a rope trap. That's definitely
Or
something
double
there.
natural ones.
Yeah.
I have your scent. It just keeps walking after it says that.
No.
Lamia goes, or not Lamia, Hattie says, "You can speak wolf?"
I can speak animal. Or basically, I can commune with anything. They can understand me, and I can understand them for at least a time.
The wolf is leaving now, master, said Shohawk.
Thank you.
He can't see more than 5 feet ahead of him either, which is really weird for a hawk.
Yeah. It's like,
Like, the fuck is this? But yeah.
I knew I should have got a bat with echolocation. That's it.
So you guys stand there for another few minutes. The wind seems to be affecting the fog. Obviously, it begins to kind of blow away, and you do see in front of you, about 60 feet ahead of you, it does appear to be a cottage in relatively decent condition. Like maybe hasn't been maintained in a month or two, just because it's easy for things to wear down here, but it looks like it was built properly for these conditions. It's a little bit raised, in case there's a little bit of flooding in the area or anything like that, because that can still happen even with the special soil in Setsegia. But you also see what looks like a garden out behind it and a chicken coop. There's no chickens in it, but you do see a coop. Like you can see that there's no chickens in it from where you're standing. And he says, "Whoa, yeah, he wasn't lying. There was someone here."
Pretty good setup. Hattie did say they left. He was quite done with them. So, are you prepared to see a dead body?
The kids want to see a dead body?
That may be in an uncertain state of being.
It's never pleasant, but it's not the first time I've seen one.
Means I don't want to expose people to stuff they're not prepared for. Oh, I think I should have asked them that it was, but I guess I'll just out of reflex knock on the cottage door and then push it open.
You see that the door is slightly, just barely ajar. So you tap on it, it kind of wavers. Push it open. Yeah, someone lived here in comfort. You can see that there is a plush rug just out of the space where the door moves. Looks like it was obviously made sat there for wiping your feet and stuff when you come in. There's a coat rack / poncho rack to the side. You can see a nice big hearth. It's not lit or anything, but you do detect the faint smell of wood smoke and maybe incense. Someone was burning incense in here. Probably quite a lot of it. It doesn't seem like it's still going. It's not quite that strong. But definitely several sticks of it have burned all the way down. Because you just get hit with herbal, flowery scents and smoke. You do see that there is a wooden chair kind of set near the hearth, with a little table next to it, a carafe of probably wine, a few cups. You don't see any people yet. You do see a bookshelf at the rear wall, and then it kind of opens up into another hallway that leads further into the space. It's probably, maybe there's 3 rooms to this whole thing, which is pretty big for just an out-of-the-way cottage. So, there's probably going to be a area that's the kitchen, and then the actual bedroom type space is probably what's left. Do you actually walk in?
Yeah.
Okay, Patty will follow you. As soon as you enter and can kind of see a little further into that hallway, that's where the person was.
Yeah.
You can see that the area where there's a little strip of space, kind of on the other side of the wall where the bookshelf is. That's probably where the kitchen area is, because you can see what looks like an oven in there, and it matches up to where you would have seen the one of the 2 chimneys that's on this cottage. But you can see it looks like a person is just slumped against the wall in there, like next to the stove. You don't immediately see their wounds, but you can see that they're like, it's like a demi, it looks like, just kind of like slumped down, like hair kind of matting their face. It's like dark, slightly graying hair. You don't see any blood or anything like that, but yeah, it's definitely a dead person. Like you can see their hands and stuff are just pale, almost blue.
We'll investigate the body, see what we got. At least, not that it's super important, but.
Okay, so you head in. Once you go over there, you can see, that other room that's in there. The door is open. Looks like it's a bedroom. A pretty nice bedroom, it looks like. Pretty large bed sitting in there, like a desk and some other things. But the thing that actually gets your attention is at the desk, you see a book, like a kind of tattered leather tome open on the desk. You see several skulls around it with completely burned down candles, so just like wax melted down the skulls. Several like small like trinkets, bits of onyx, just other things that in your mind screams occult. And you can see some like wards and other things sort of hanging down over it. And there is a black silk curtain that appears to have been hung up. Like they can like close that area off with this little curtain or open it up to the rest of the bedroom, but it's currently open. You see a couple small chests in the bedroom as well. But once you get to the body, you can see what is an obvious chest wound, like heart shot. One clean shot to the chest. What's a bit startling is you see what looks like these like striations across their tunic. Like these like burn marks that seem to like arc across different parts of it. And then you kind of notice down the arms and things, you also see like these just like odd lines of like burned, blackened skin. And you realize the body even smells a bit like smoke and a bit like ozone.
I don't think I've encountered lightning or lightning-ish spell yet. So.
Yeah.
So. But yeah.
But you probably like
Mino
kind of smells
Sam
like a lightning strike hit this guy.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Couldn't remember. I assume it'd be possible, but
So we want to go bury him, or
yeah, we'll finish it. But I'm trying to decide how far away from the house I want to bury him. Evil ghosts and such.
Or maybe we should burn him. If we can find a dry enough space or something.
Yeah, that might be better. Part of me thinks we should a thing called a sky burial, where you let nature do what nature does.
Yeah.
Because that would be if he has taken from this area or had done terrible things, maybe in death he will serve a little better. I mean, burying him will, of course, reintroduce stuff to the ground, but
Yeah.
Also, a sky burial this close to a house, don't necessarily want things to think food's going to always be here.
True. Jeez.
Is that book open currently?
It is open.
Not like. Does it appear to be written in a language I can read?
You can, from like glancing at it, some of it you don't make out immediately. Like you might have to look at it a little bit harder. But what you can see, it looks like there's notes and things in the margin written in Ulis, but some of them are equations. Some are the small notes that are like, things like measurements of like salt or sulfur or other things like that. It's nothing that's like full sentences or anything. It's just like shorthand. And you see a few minor little diagrams, like drawings and things in there of different parts of the human body. Like you see, like it looks like a dissected demi, essentially, where like part of the skin and stuff has been removed on like that half of the body, and there's like little things like arrows and things pointing to different parts of it, where maybe a medical textbook, but I imagine your instincts say otherwise. Yeah.
Look, as much as in real life, I think that stuff is fascinating. In the days of like that shit was super illegal, so they stole bodies out of the graves to like dissect and then like do medical research. Super illegal back then, but I don't know what this gentleman was up to. I don't think it was good. I'm gonna take advantage of the Hankata and just flip the book closed.
Yeah.
I don't really want to touch that, but just in case.
You do see some writing on the cover of it, and a symbol that looks like a circle made of different bones. And at the center of it, there's like a rune that you don't recognize, but you can make me a religion check if you'd like to try to identify it.
Yeah, religion.
Yeah, you recognize that this is probably some kind of religious symbol, but it doesn't like call any names to mind or organizations or anything like that.
I will. Don't necessarily have scrap pieces of paper, but he has a whole bunch of implements in this room. Is there papier and perhaps a writing instrument?
Yes, actually, there's quite a bit of paper. Paper's not cheap.
Yeah.
You find some stationery in the desk. You find a quill and some ink. Several unused bottles of ink, in fact.
You take a couple of those bottles and bring them back to the office. Because I'm sure Mary would be happy with that.
Yeah, always be saving money. That's Mary's motto.
But I will do my best to copy what this symbol looks like on a sheet of paper and fold it up and tuck it somewhere dry.
Okay. Yeah, there's even like powder in there to dry the ink, all that stuff. So, okay.
Then,
we'll say you take a little bit of time to get that as good as it can look. We'll say you copy it pretty much exactly because you can even afford to make several drafts. Like, there's a lot of paper here.
Yeah.
Cool. So you do that, and then anything else you're looking for, or are you going to try to deal with the body, or?
Let's He was a person, no matter what he was, but now he's back to the cycle. So I'll treat the body with as much respect as I can. Go to the bed, and I'll pull whatever kind of cover he has on the bed off of it.
Sorry, one more time.
The cover off the bed, whether it's a blanket or sheet or whatnot.
Yeah, it's a very thick fur blanket. You think it's probably some kind of treated bearskin?
He gets to
doesn't
have a
smell
nice.
either, so well
He gets to
treated.
have a nice burial then. He's probably getting buried in. I'll lay it lay it down in front of the body and kind of move the body onto that and cover it up for now. I think we're gonna need some shovels. I wish I had a spell for this.
Ah, yes. Dispose of body. The spell.
Make whole.
Oh, yeah. Of course, that makes way more sense. Look,
So you roll.
really
Start rolling him into the the bear skin and everything. Right as you're kind of getting it almost like sort of cinched up in a way, the hand suddenly grabs your wrist. He goes,
Shit!
and you see like the head sort of roll to the side to look at you, but the eyes are completely rolled back. That's still a corpse. Roll initiative.
Oh. Yay!
We're not going to put it on the tracker. We're just gonna...
Not normally what people say when corpses grab them.
Fuck this initiative right there. Okay.
I guess we'll do this too.
I have to like hold it. My hands are like, where's the everything?
Alright, here's his. And here's Hattie's. Nice.
Oh.
Yep. Hattie like shrieks as this thing like grabs you. Obviously, like there's like a reaction of like, oh shit, this thing is like grabbing me. As soon as there's that bit of distance of you like kind of pulling away, yeah, she's gonna swing the axe at him. One good overhead swing. She's got just enough space in this area to do that without a penalty. Alright, she's able to hit him. Or actually, it should be one extra point of damage. So 6. Thwack! She like sinks this axe into this thing's chest. It goes. It like keeps moving, like it's trying to like keep a hold of your wrist, but its fingers just kind of slip off. You feel like the nails scratch across your armor. And it like pushes the axe away as she like rears back, like she takes like a staggering step back, like she's gonna come back for another swing. But that's her turn. Sam, you're up.
I obviously don't have a weapon drawn, but I'm base contact. So do I use movement or is that a?
Yeah, move action to draw a weapon.
Yeah, sorry, I forget because my other character for Pathfinder has quick draw, so I never have to worry about that.
Right.
But yes. Okay, cool. Since I use a move action, I don't get a full attack right now.
Yes, correct.
Okay. So I'll just attack the fuck out of him up then. Not doing anything special, just
hitting him. Or I'm assuming, power attack because you have Furious Focus, right?
Yeah. Yes. It's been like 2 weeks since fight, so gotta remember.
I mean, even longer since you used an actual melee weapon.
Yeah, it's true. That shield's certainly not power attack.
So you'll have no.
So I don't get a penalty.
Yeah. And I believe at this point you're at, I think, +6 to damage.
That's the hit.
Definitely
+6 damage is what you said?
Yeah, I believe when you're doing a power attack with a two-handed weapon, right now you're at +6.
Yeah.
Oh, is he undead?
He is indeed undead.
Zach, they were gonna be undead.
Yeah.
Because fuck those skeletons.
Dancing
so that's
jerks.
actually a 25 to hit, and you're gonna get another +2 to your damage, so you're at a +8 total for damage.
And
15 points of damage. Of damage. Yeah, that absolutely fucking ends him. So yeah, she whack, like staggers back. Sam, if you would like to describe your kill.
Basically, go like, shit! And then, like, Hattie hits him wherever, as a callback. Like, just do big overhand. Now we must treat this body with respect, no matter what kind of man he was. Because he has gone onto the cycle, like, put my hand on him, grab, shit! Yeah.
So you just bring, like, big overhand straight, like, vertical over the top. And just whack! Like, you just pin his head to the floor, like, splitting in half. It's pretty much a clean cut. There's just a clean split in the middle of his face. You have to, like, yank the Falcata Magna out of the, like, floorboards from behind him. And he stops moving. Which I think is what you wanted. So.
Yeah. Like, gonna have it and, like, look at Hattie, I was like, is it dead again?
Hattie hits him again. So, whack! It looks like she's gonna go for another one, but he seems to stop moving.
I think it's dead again.
Sam, was that the fucking zombie?
I don't know.
Whoa.
Was
Okay.
it a zombie?
You can roll knowledge religion.
Yeah. I guess. Well, hold on. Because. Okay.
And you'll get a +2 because you're
Yeah.
favorite enemy.
Knowledge, yeah. Ranger make knowledge kids untrained and attempting to identify these creatures. Okay, yeah. Religion? You said?
Yes, it's undead or religion.
Makes
Yeah, it's fucking zombie. 100% that's a zombie.
Yeah, that is zombie, I guess. I don't think he was up to any good magics here if he came back like that.
Yeah, that's really bad. Okay, we definitely want to burn that one.
Yeah. Lest I have to fight him every blood moon. That might be an event.
There's just old dead blood leaking out of his face.
Pull him back onto
Thankfully,
the
the bears did soak it up.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Okay. Go ahead.
I'll go see if he has any dry timber near any of these. It's not 2 chimneys. You should have timber inside if you're smart, or at least covered outside.
Yeah, I think we can find some. Okay. So say you guys find some timber and you'll set up something to like cremate this
Outside,
guy.
not inside.
Outside.
Yeah. Like I guess we could like stop him in the fireplace and call it good, but I mean that's not great.
Right. It's not. Or
I don't
you
have
could
to
like
clean that.
start the fire in the hearth or something, so you've got a live fire and then carry it out to a pyre. You know?
Yeah.
But that works. So we'll say you guys are doing that. It's gonna take a little bit of time, and we'll go to break. When we come
Somebody else will
back,
do something.
we'll cut to the we'll cut to the meeting.
Right. I got a piece, so that's good.
But yeah, so we'll be back at 9 p.m.
Nice.
Yes.
So
We'll see you at 9,
15
guys.
minute break, guys. We will be back in a little bit.
Bye bye.
Away.
Wait.
And we're back.
Hooray, we're here. Hello.
My jaw's normal again.
Last fear.
I ate a double-decker sandwich in about 2 minutes. I don't know how Dave lives his life that way. But
I would say carefully, but that's not true at all.
nobody
no, not
believe
in the
that.
slightest.
No, nobody believed that for a second.
Getting that heavy -8 to that bluff check, my friend.
This is not even close to a believable lie.
But we are back. That's not a lie. It's me. This very blank wall behind me. Everybody else's background is so colorful. Look at all those boxes.
There's also a very blank wall behind me. I need to put up Artie's paintings like I had in the last place because they're sitting
Where's the
right over
unicorn?
there, and I've got the sticker things to put them up on the wall. I just haven't done it.
We demand unicorns.
Yeah, I don't know, man. Art's weird.
Sure.
You don't want us to get copyright claimed.
Yeah, I
Artie's
decided to
art
look,
channel.
Yeah.
I decided to look at the spells to see if there's dig hole spell. Carrying compass. You are led to an undead creature's most recent controller or cause of the creature's undeath. Was the first thing that jumped out at me. I was like, yeah, undead. Another thing was, oh shit, where is it? Deck snares and pits. Reveal natural or primitive traps.
Yep. There's stuff
Man, that would have been really
you
useful
always
like
know.
10
Yeah.
minutes ago.
Yeah,
Right.
but it's not like I don't have every spell. I am one of those things that I can take any spell if I prepare it for that day.
And you only get a few.
But I don't have all of them listed on my spell sheet. But the ones I thought I might use.
Mm-hmm.
Makes
All
sense.
right.
That's how I handle my cleric.
Ooh,
that's how you
residual
pretty much
tracking.
handle any caster that does that because you just can't put them all on there.
Yeah.
Residual tracking. Tell a creature's appearance by footprint.
Yeah, that sounds like something Sam would pray for.
Yes.
All right. So, while Sam and Hattie clean up the evidence back at the cottage, it gets to around noon. Eli, are you just like hanging out at the office, or are you like off and just like coming back for the meeting, or?
That's a good question. I'd probably just be chilling at the office, I think.
Okay. So you're in your office, and then Lami, I think you said what were you doing? I forgot.
Making a poncho.
That's right. So you're in.
I'm in the office
supply
too,
room.
but
Yeah.
yeah.
You're in the building, but yeah, not in the lobby or anything like that. You're like in the back where Hattie stays.
Yep.
Cool. Excuse me. So, yeah, Eli, it'd be you. You would hear somebody enter the front door. You hear Rahala greet them. You hear a somewhat not like hushed conversation, but just like normal speaking voices conversation happening outside your office in the entryway there. You like wait till someone comes and gets you, or you're like, okay, it's time.
Yeah. I'll just kind of get up on my own accord, I think, and just
Like peek out, see. Okay.
yeah.
Okay, so yeah, you peek out and you definitely recognize Yanish is there. He's kind of standing in front of the desk that Rahala sits at, and you can sort of see this like confident smile on his face. He stands like very casually up there. And as you walk out, you hear him say, "Oh, really? I didn't know they made him like you in Gurga." And you hear her just say, "Are you here for your meeting or not?" And he's like, "Well, I was." And he looks over at you and says, "Oh, I guess I still am." He kind of smiles and walks over, like holds his hat to shake your hand. Eli Wasif, we meet again.
I will take the proffered hand and be like, good to see you, mate.
So whenever you clasp hands, he kind of holds on and he reaches up and like pulls your sleeve up and he goes, "All right, no hidden dice, nothing like that, just in case we play again, you know."
I like kind of laugh and go whatever and be like, well, I mean that's the wrong hand anyways, and I shoot the folding knife out of the hidden pocket in my shirt anyways, and then catch it in the left hand. It's like, gotta know which hand people use, and then I just like put it back in like my breast pocket.
He goes, "Oh, you're a lefty," and he actually pulls out a switch knife as well in his left hand. And he's like, "I knew I liked you for some reason." Rearms it, hides it again. It says, so it seems like we should talk business.
Yeah.
He points in the direction of your office.
Yeah, come right in. It's a bit of a mess. It always is. I'm not going to lie to you and say it's, we're cleaning or something. It's just, that's the way it is.
Controlled chaos is how it works. So he'll follow you in, takes a seat, kind of does like a quick once-over of the area. Once the door's closed and you have a seat and stuff, he says, all right. So, you need something from... now I've forgotten it. Because
now it's my time to shine. I don't remember it either.
It's Danute. Yeah. I was like, it's not the thing Dave kept thinking it was.
I know. I kept saying the wrong thing.
Excellent.
He says, so you need something from Danute. Essentially expressing a bequeathal of you this place, or a specific agreed upon offer that you're meeting?
Something like that, or a general claimant for him and acknowledgement that I get to stay as a tenant based on his claim to the property, because they're trying to sell it out from under him essentially, because he's not been around and stuff. So I just need proof of claimants for him, and then proof of tenant agreement essentially for me, so that I can stay here.
Gotcha. Okay, that could work. Let's see if he. It's not a permanent solution, because he's not going to be paying taxes. So, when that comes around and it's clear he's no longer in the country, he's not really doing that stuff. This whole thing's going to probably come up again. Which we can deal with it then, right? You got about a year. Well, less than that, but you've got some time. It isn't right now.
Yeah.
Correct.
Well,
it is a solution.
I'd say time is always helpful. The more that you've got, generally, the more you can come up with other solutions. And obviously, if they're wanting a specific amount of money and all these things, and Modric wants to offer it right now, add a little time on that amount could change. We can work it more in my favor, but the 3-week deadline we've essentially negotiated is just not going to cut it. So,
all right, yeah, we can do that. Acting essentially as a deadline extension gives you time to work up another plan. Fair enough. That's an easy swing. Doesn't require a whole lot of complications on Danute's side. Let's say I can get you that letter in 2 days.
That's good speed. Works well. Gives me plenty of time to work in and talk with city officials and everything too, to make sure we're squared away for the longer period.
Right. I guess the only remaining question is, can you afford my fee?
Yeah, I suppose that is the question. Coming at this, I don't know what you normally charge, obviously, but you're quite accomplished and pretty well versed in this area, so, you can go ahead and shoot me an offer and I'll see if I can.
Right. It's pretty steep for a finder's fee, right? But it's excellent work. I think you'll find... for what you're asking, $2,500 sound fair?
I'll just kind of sit there and be like, well, look, $2,500 may sound fair, but how about this? Counter offer is, we can take a bit of that gold off in exchange for some of my services, and of course I'll still pay you some gold, but I'm sure there's something you need found, done, achieved, acquired, right there in the name. It's what we do. And we could still pay a fee based off of whatever service you need. Of course, we basically just credit everything to you, tack on a little bit, and pretty much throw in, I don't know, let's say couple hundred, no matter what, as an attachment to your finder's fee, regardless of the price of the job would normally be. even if, let's say, the price of the job you would, hire us for was 4,000 gold even, I'd still throw in the 300 or whatever because we credit all of that to you based on the fact that you're doing me a service to allow me to stay in business.
A valid argument. Give me a diplomacy check, please.
Sure enough. Clicky on my sheet. Oh, I already popped it out. I didn't realize that. There we go. Looking in the wrong place from my sheet. Whoo, I thought that was going to be one.
That would be your kind of rolls, though.
I know.
So 23, that's solid. Okay, he says, he kind of smiles a little and goes, all right, well, I may have some work I can throw your way. Knock some of the change off here. All right, let's call it 800 and you do the job. Obviously, you're going to want to know what the job is, right?
Right.
Okay. This one's pretty simple, but the complication lies in the need for discretion.
Okay.
Utmost discretion. Don't want this getting traced back to me. I don't even really want it traced to you. Get me?
Got it.
There's a package in Galset Sogt, that city kind of southwest of here. I can get you the details, but you'd be going to an inn there, meeting with the proprietor, picking up the package, and then I need that delivered to Nolan Yarga.
Okay.
Pull over here a little bit just so those are both on screen. So the only warning here, there's not a particular time-sensitive piece to this until you pick it up.
Okay.
Once you get it, once it leaves their hands, expect some complications. Some folks are going to be looking for it.
Okay. By some folks, what are we talking? Are we talking like more dealings with people like Modric? Are we talking like Thrush or, locals?
Some folks from our homeland.
Ah,
Yeah.
wonderful.
Not going to be too happy it's moving, especially to who it's moving to. I'm going to leave those details out, mostly for your safety and just in case you're captured or interrogated or just feel like maybe you could sell that information for more than I offer.
Hey,
It's just
totally
not
fair enough. I don't even want to know, honestly. The only information that's pertinent to me is who I might have to deal with on the road. And knowing that there's some Tertian folks, they're probably mages of some kind, so I at least know what I'm in for.
Not likely to see anything of Senate Arcana level or anything like that, but you know how Caliphate mages are, they can vary.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe dealing with adepts, you may be dealing with arcanists.
Enough.
So, best plan of action is just to stay ahead of them, keep moving, keep your head down, stay discreet, and you won't have to worry about it.
Easy enough then.
So 800, you accept that, we'll write up a quick contract and get that done for you.
Okay. Let me check on the funds real quick, make sure I have that amount ready for you, because if not, I can give you most of it now and we might have to wait until payment for my last job arrives. I'm still waiting on the post, you see. But I could at least pay you 500 today, no matter what.
Hold on to it. Tell you what, we got a verbal agreement here. I'll go get the contract written up. It's a little unconventional. Involves signing in blood and all that kind of thing because it's binding, not just for you, but for me. Obviously, you'll get a chance to read over it, pass it around your people and stuff first. Then we get to the signatures. But I'll come back in a couple of days, give you some time to scrounge up the funds.
Sounds good.
Nods. Hey, and if that goes well, there's no reason we can't do more business together in the future.
Yeah, I sense a wonderful partnership on the horizon, provided that Modric doesn't try and take over the whole city and get rid of all of us.
Very well. And for free, I'll throw in that I guess I'll stop flirting with your clerk. I don't think she's enjoying it.
I mean, that's really something that I kind of like lean my head so I can kind of see out the door because it's like cracked, and I just kind of like give her that look of like, just the
She
like.
just does the thing where she like looks up at you, but like just leaves like a flat expression, and then looks back down at her book.
Okay, yeah, I see like that big smile. Yeah, I think it's more than fair.
Yeah, not everyone's type. But all right, I think that makes for a nice short meeting, which are my favorite kind, especially productive ones.
Yeah, it's always good when we can get stuff done.
Hand again, Wasif.
Good to have a chat with you, Nish. I kind of gesture to the door. I'm like, do you need? I know it's a bit of a forest. Do you need someone to walk you out, or can you find it easy enough?
Nah, I think I'll be all right.
All right.
He gets up and heads out. So we get that contract in a couple of days. Shortly, well, actually, yeah, he leaves. And do you do anything right away, or you just kind of like, well, that went well. You just kind of beaming.
I'm like, that went better than I expected, I guess. But yeah, no, I just kind of walk in the other room, like, shut my office, just kind of hang out for a while, just chill.
As soon as you come out there and he's gone, Rahala's like, you know he's Moruk, right?
I kind of nod. I'm like, I think we had that conversation, yes.
No, he's...
Or somebody did with me.
Yeah. I don't... I know you deal with shady types and such, but Moruk are... They're known to be a little dangerous,
Yeah. Unfortunately, right now, we're the enemy of my enemy is my friend territory, more than anything.
I suppose. I just don't know if we want to be getting in bed with them, for lack of a better term.
No, I think that's it's a fair assessment. Really, this is going to be one of those things where I'm hoping this is a one-off and we don't have to worry about it again. But,
Oh boy.
knowing the right people sometimes helps. And knowing the wrong people sometimes helps.
Which, you could hear this conversation is happening, Lamia, while you're working.
I
Rahal
just...
says, oh, go ahead.
Oh, I would just shrug, because I don't know what hardly some of those words are.
Right. She says, okay, I think he's just a little concerned if something goes wrong and, I don't know, we're like found to be attached to that. I'm trying to study in the Caliphate, and being linked to Maruk is going to make that pretty difficult.
Very true. And, I definitely understand your concerns, and there's no reason to say you're going to be linked in any way to this if we can make sure that we do this right. But besides that, if necessary, we can take you off the books for a while. Still get paid. We just do it in a less than paperworky sort of manner, so that way you're not tied to this at all, and it doesn't affect your ability to go abroad and study.
Right. Yeah, I suppose. I don't know. Maybe I'm just overreacting. I guess really what I'm saying is just be extra careful. I know Modric's dangerous, but the Maruk are... they're a whole organization. This is... I don't know. Just be extra careful.
I I have a habit of being more careful than necessary when anybody from the Caliphate shows up, so I got you on that.
Right. I guess you have a certain disposition. I guess I understand why as well. Maybe that's why you two get along.
I think so. I think that's really where personal bonding has come from at this moment. We'll see how long that particular connection can last. We're curious, anyways.
Do you... never mind, that's probably really personal, and we both have things to do. But alright. I hope that money from Clint comes in soon.
Yeah, I'd rather not empty our coffers entirely just to pay this off, because that's basically scraping the bottom of the barrel for 800.
You actually hear what sounds like a loud thud outside.
Did I just give Mia a heart attack by saying 800 gold? I say out loud to her.
She kind of laughs and goes, I don't think he'd have made that big a thud. He's sort of waifish.
Fair enough. I will do that thing that everybody does when you hear crazy noises, where you peek out a window and you try to figure out what's going on.
So you can see that there is a person, like somebody seems to stand like up straight and kind of like stretch their back a little bit, like outside, and they walk up to the front door. Then you get a knock, and then it opens.
I'm like kind of staring at the window. I look at that guy. I close the window. Can I help you?
Hey, you Wasif?
That's me.
Oi, I got a fucking heavy chest out here for you.
Oh, great!
Yeah, stretching the limits of my muleback cords.
That's fantastic. If you don't mind, just I'm like looking for a place to put it. I'm doing that thing where you frantically look around because I don't want it just like in the middle of the work of here. I'm just like, could you just take it over there? I point like right in front of Mayor's door. Just don't block the door, please.
Yep. And so he throws the door open so there's like rain starting to like come in, because you have that sort of a cheap-ish office. It doesn't even have like the proper awning and stuff. So you've got like rain sort of coming in like onto the mat that you wipe your feet on.
Guard for some seamless gutters.
And you hear this like heavy just from outside, and he comes lugging this like very sturdy looking chest, like sidles in, like walks over. This dude's like pretty burly. You mean like if he wasn't a little too tall for it, you'd almost mistake him for an Avar, but because he's just built. And then you can tell he's got these like leather like suspender like cords over him. But he gets it, like kind of waddles all the way over towards Mayor's office and just surprisingly gently sets it down next to the door. Yeah, that's a good one. All right, nice, delivered. Sign here, and pulls out a little sheet.
Yeah, sign it. And you like, whatever. Pull out a silver, tip him.
Thank you kindly. Y'all enjoy your day. Oh, you miss? Never mind. You have a good day.
I look at Rahal. I'm like, is this your week? Like, I know normally people flirt with you, but
I don't know. I thought I'm like hungover. I don't. But yeah, you have a fucking big ass chest of gold in there now.
Hooray! Just what I always wanted.
Right? Yeah, I mean, who doesn't? Especially, you didn't even have to carry it in.
I know!
You didn't just pull it out. You didn't pull a fucking FedEx and just thump, like fucking run off.
Like, it would have just been me, like, dragging it very, like, you know that thing where you, like, lift up a corner, you stick something underneath it so that you can, like, leverage it and do the, like, wiggle walk, you know? That's what ended up happening.
It's, yeah, he has muleback cords. So he was just lugging it.
That's good, because I wouldn't have been able to lift it.
You can can tell he probably carry it off a cart or something like that.
Yeah.
But cool. Yes, obviously it is the rest of your money from Clint.
Hooray, money.
You said it would take a little bit to get there.
Yep.
Because it's fucking heavy. And it wasn't in, like, banknotes. He's like, no, this is you're getting gold.
Yeah. Hey, look, I appreciate the species. You know, I'd rather have the hard coin than the worthless paper money any day. Give me that species.
Do you have any ranks in appraise?
I think I do. Let me double check, though. I'm not on my skills. No, I don't. Dang.
Okay. Honestly, it's probably fine. But yeah, you would just know that, like, transporting this amount of gold in, like, one package like this, obviously it's super dangerous, which means that this probably costs a lot more in just, like, security and transport to get here as well.
Yeah.
But there's, like, you kind of get that insight into, like, Clint thinks like that, too, where he's like, I want to make sure you get the actual liquid wealth.
Right. That's good.
Exactly, Ashen. In case anyone was curious why we don't carry money in gold nowadays. Yeah, it's fucking heavy.
Yeah, that is very true. It is not a light material.
And we don't have real-life muleback cords, so, like...
We got steroids.
We got steroids. I just see everybody with, like, a power lifter belt walking around all the time. Just and it's just, like, picking up your wallet. And just deadlifting your wallet. Yeah.
Sorry, weird aside. I'm reading a Korean manga at the moment where some dude is crazy powerful, but he's like super low level, and he's a swordsman. But like all the people seem like, oh no, you're too low level to actually fight these enemies. So like, meanwhile, he's just like one punching man shit. So they just have him carry all the gear. So he's just sitting there with a giant backpack, just like, well, yeah, I guess I'll just stay over here. Meanwhile, like the boss sees him, he's like, yeah, easy, pray, and he just gets like one tapped by him. He's like, oh. And just like backhands him and he explodes. He's like, ugh, I'm gonna have to pick up all this stuff once they're done killing him. Like, just thinking about his day. But I feel like that. It's like, yeah, sometimes you just need a strong guy to carry all this stuff.
Yeah.
Somebody's eating Brahms.
Yeah, it's Molly.
What did you get?
What about me?
What'd you get? What is it?
He said somebody's eating Brahms. You set off his Brahms system.
Is it a mix with heat?
Panda has like a filter in his brain or something, like it's like a radar screen in there. And anytime somebody has Brahms, it's like it's like the new type noise goes off and he just like swings to the Brahms.
It's just a frozen yogurt mix with cherries in it.
Oh, not a lot of people get the fruit. Yeah.
I mean, sometimes I choke on the candy, so I get the fruit, so I don't choke on it.
You could have taken that to the grave, Molly.
Why would I take it to the grave when it's just what it is? It's the fact to me.
Listen, I, as Patrick said earlier, I can eat food incredibly fast in large quantities. I can eat an entire like mix, like bite with no spoon, just like bite it. I'll eat the cup too. So I don't even know.
I had my mom bought chocolate chip cookie dough, and it's not the same as when I was a kid, man. The chocolate chips in that shit are gross. They're not good. Cookie dough, fine. Chocolate chips, bad.
I'm just not into it.
They are a little different than like if you were to get like chocolate chip ice cream or like some other.
Fuck.
Yeah.
I really want ice cream now. I hate you both.
I'm sorry.
Seriously, now I'm gonna have to go to Brahms when this is over. Actually, I think they'll be closed.
No,
they'll probably be closed. Yeah.
Good. They need to be closed.
24 hours, Brahms win.
Where?
Right?
Oh, when?
Oklahoma.
Okay.
You're like,
I mean, yeah, it would have
yeah.
to be Oklahoma, but
Well, they have Brahms in Texas and
Yes,
Arkansas.
or Texas.
oh, do they? I didn't know that.
Yeah.
the
Not
only
near as
one that I
many
would
that
think
have.
they could logically do that is like in Ellery, like wherever like the Brahms place is located.
Yeah.
Just as like a thing of like, yeah, we have one 24 hours Brahms. It's in the town where the dairy farm is.
The crazy thing, they would get a fuck ton of business.
Oh yeah.
Anyone who's not from Oklahoma is like, what? Shut up. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
I know Ashton's not from
You guys are out of your
it's
mind.
It's like a dairy ice cream place.
Yeah.
It's
They also sell
But-
burgers.
Yeah.
I mean, it's better for its ice cream, honestly.
Well,
that's
I mean,
what
that's the
sports
reason
is
you
known
go to
I don't know.
Brahms.
Burgers are good though.
Burgers pretty
they're
good.
They're okay.
They're not. They're
I
like
will-
top of the line, but for a fast food burger, because that's what.
Yeah,
they
that's
are.
what I was gonna say.
Pretty solid.
As a vegetarian, take my word with a grain of salt. I haven't had a Brahms burger in many years,
I worked there,
but
so
Well, yeah, but I
Vegetarian
haven't-
salt.
I haven't had one in many years. But when I did eat, I would have picked Brahms over any other like basic chain place that wasn't like Whataburger, because that's like the better one here that you can get is Whataburger. So like
I choose Brahms over
like McDonald's or most places like that.
Yeah. Unless you're wanting something very specific from one of those places.
Yeah.
Wow.
Going off Frost. Anyway, sorry.
What the hell were we?
They also have a bag of burgers though, which
we
used
had
to be
just
$5.
finished the deal. Rahala got and we got the treasure.
The gold. Thank you.
The gold, and Rahala got slightly flirted with, but not really. It was just a good amount.
Majorly
kind of
flirted
thing.
with, and then very slightly flirted with.
Yes.
A major, if it was a spell, you'd have major flirting and minor flirting as the two different versions of the spell.
We're gonna have to write that spell now.
I know, for bards only.
I can't.
Bards
and
and paladins, because I think paladins should get it.
Oh,
paladins should get it, but anyway, so you got the rest of your money from that, so you have full coffers again.
Hooray, money.
Which is nice. Do you remember how much it was?
Was it 15,000?
Yes.
Or was it 1,500? Okay, I knew it was 15 something. I didn't remember if it was 100 or 1,000. Well, I'm going to
they mean like
update
right?
the business treasury and put a whole lot more numbers in there.
They can buy a lot of stuff.
Oops, can't type
though. Buy a boat. Not that I'm worried about that anymore.
No, I just read what Ashton said in the chat.
Yeah.
Yep.
Just because
you seduce the dragon doesn't mean it's going to be the bottom. Yeah. That is very true. Doesn't mean it's going to shapeshift either, especially if it's not a metallic.
That's sacrifice alone.
Oh, I was thinking Sun Wukong and the dragon that turns into a horse and then never does anything else for the entirety of Journey to the West. That's what I was thinking of for the reason that doesn't mean it's going to shapeshift. It's like, the dragon horse. Yeah. It's a horse the entire fucking time.
Yeah, it has like no lines of dialogue. It just doesn't do anything. You're just like, that horse is actually a dragon, by the way.
Just run a side tangent.
The horse is a dragon, guys.
I like the idea of there's a D&D story of a sorcerer who's half dragon. But because it's like, it's my mother was a gold dragon that disguised as a human, went to a ball, and they met a silver dragon that was also disguised as a human at the ball. So it's like, I'm half dragon. Oh, what's the other half?
Dragon.
Also dragon.
Dragon. Yeah.
So wouldn't you be a dragon? Apparently not.
I guess.
Shouldn't you be dragon? You would think so.
I am a dragon-blooded sorcerer. Yeah. 2 dragon parents, worst class in the game. Wonderful. No, I'm kidding.
Poor 5e sorcerers. Let's pour one out for the homies on that one.
Yeah. Like, at least they're still casters, but come on, give them fucking bonus spells, please. Anyway, yes. So you guys are rich, or your business is rich, and technically it is liquid wealth.
Right.
So
yeah.
It's not even like, well, it's in assets, and we've got to go sell a bunch of stuff, and like it's just a
McDucket.
Not that kind of liquid wealth.
Oh.
Plus, you wouldn't want to do that. That's a lot of damage.
Funny thing is, ducats were actually a gold coin that were used as a standard of measurement of wealth for a long time. Because you said duck.
No. Guys, we have to stop.
Anyway,
we have to stop because
florins and ducats were the 2 primary codes of gold currency.
This isn't helping.
1500s.
Cool. You're rich. Well, you're making a poncho. Roll me the check. Your craft poncho check.
Finally.
The first clock tower was built in 1237.
This one is supposed to be for Sam.
Okay.
Sam has a new poncho rack that he can hang this on.
A 16.
You know what? I'm gonna. Oh, you actually have the luck die on there.
I knocked over my.
Is that the roll 21 or is that just the stunt die one?
No, I think that's the one that people redeem for it. Go ahead and use it. I would say, go for it.
Yeah, that's for you guys.
Oh, we didn't have any.
I
Okay.
thought we had one. I thought
I had at least a D20 one.
I thought Ellie had redeemed one like last time we played.
Yeah, hold on a second.
We also might have used it.
I don't think
you did.
No, we.
Let me see. It may have actually reset.
So I know, Patrick had redeemed Ellie back a reroll because
Yeah,
I
unfortunate
hadn't
fate.
used it.
Yeah. You have one. 1 second. I don't know why it reset. Okay, now go for it.
Okay, just the craft roll again, or the
Yep.
roll? Okay.
The luck roll.
Oh, okay.
So a 19. I believe it's an 18 you need to beat to finish it in 1 day. Yes. Actually, I think it's supposed to be lower than that. Either way, you managed to finish it in 1 day of work.
Okay.
And then spend however much silver, 5 silver?
3.
3 silver? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, I did remember to add that one.
You'll have to see if
Oh,
it
I
like
forgot to mark
resets every time, I guess, then.
It doesn't reset every time. I think it might have just last time whenever
Thank
I
you,
was
Ashen, for the love.
trying
Yes.
to fix the because I was trying to fix the actual thing of it. So
Oh,
I
okay.
reset it. But
Yeah.
cool.
Panda gets a poncho with his initials on it.
Sam gets a punch.
SJ, or not J, SG.
Why does it say CS?
Who the fuck is that?
Is
Who
that
you
the
making
Confederate
ponchos
States? No, what the hell? No.
So you finished
I
making
know
the
I'm
poncho for Sam.
Yep.
Him and Hattie still aren't back.
Hmm.
And you started work on that, this would be maybe say like 10 a.m. or so. So it's like
Probably.
6 p.m.
Oh,
It's going to be dark in a couple of hours.
yeah. Huh. Eli, should we go look for Sam and Hattie?
I was like, they out here?
They were out. I mean, I believe Sam told us he would be out exploring a bit, but I don't-
I wasn't paying attention. I'm sure they're fine. If anybody's fine, it's gonna be Sam.
okay. If it carries on to tomorrow, though, can we go look for them?
Sure, if they're missing an entire day, then that's a problem. But they're fine. He's a
Well-
big boy.
Okay, then. I guess I'm just gonna go find my place to sleep outside the town again.
Good luck with that. Are you
You have a
sure
good
we
night.
don't need to build you a camp or something so you have somewhere that you don't have to find a place? We've got
No.
money now, as of today. As of 37 minutes ago or whenever it got dropped off,
No. It just feels better when I sleep all natural. Not natural.
Sure, but that doesn't mean you can't have a fire and a place so that you know you can go somewhere that's always going to be your area. Even if you're sleeping on the ground, it still might be nice to have a squared away
If I
And-
really feel the need to do that, I'll make it myself.
We could build you a little sheep pen or something, and then you could get animals so that you don't have to hunt every day.
Well, if I'm lucky, sorry, not lucky. Sam's spell seems to help me immensely. So,
Look, I'm just trying to come up with positive solutions to help make your life easier because second business idea, helping people with curses. Anyways, just have a good night. I'm gonna find something to bother myself with.
all right, good night.
See you in the morning.
Patrick, when she said El Natural, you and I both did the same look at the same time. And it's super because we both went.
Just sleeping naked outside because that was my first thought too.
Yeah, we both went.
I don't think that's what you meant, but okay.
If you want to zoom in on both of us during the editing of that, because it was at the same time.
Well, you're
At
just
least for
sleeping
me.
in a birthday suit.
Yeah.
Oh,
I have to
gosh.
take a note of it.
Only on my werewolf days.
Oh.
So, Lamia lied to Eli. She's gonna go look. She's gonna see if she can find tracks of Sam or Hattie to try and find them.
I mean,
Alrighty.
I kind of figured you would, but also gotta trust in the Sam. Gotta trust in the Sam.
Believe in the Sam that believes in Sam.
Also, I want to say that if somebody's missing and it's the guy who finds people, he's really hard to look for, which is one of the reasons Eli's like, I'm not going to go wandering around in the woods and then get lost and have to have Sam find me later. That's stupid. I'm going to sit right here.
Well, the search party disappeared, so let's go find him.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Now, you might be able to track Hattie, but...
Yeah, there's a good chance I won't be able to track either.
You can't track Sam.
Yeah, in the forest, yeah. Well, literally, I leave no track.
Untrackable.
Oh, that's right.
Unless he wants to, he doesn't leave tracks. Which, yeah, you could probably make a guess at why that other person didn't leave tracks either.
Shocking.
But, cool. So, but yes, Hattie does not have that feature. So go ahead and give me a perception or a survival check.
All right, my perception's
Survival
a
is the
bit
lower
better.
DC.
Yeah, but I don't have as much training in survival.
26. Nice. So yeah, you do actually, you actually managed to find some. You do find some tracks that you're pretty sure are Hattie's.
Cool.
That or someone else, of humanoid size that wears boots.
That'll work for now, I hope. And hey, if I end up finding another person that got lost in the woods, I guess I could help them.
Yeah, or like a fetchling, or like I don't know. There's stuff out there. Anyway, so you're gonna follow her tracks, or what you think are her tracks?
Yeah.
Okay. So you follow those, and we'll come back to that. All right, so back to Sam. So you and Hattie managed to get this pyre built and start burning this body. I assume that's what the objective was. Obviously, it's creating a lot of smoke, but you knew that going in that was going to happen. Probably sitting, taking a break for a little bit, 'cause kind of a lot of work getting it all set up after a fucking super long trek out here already. A brief fight. Well, getting caught in a trap, then a brief fight, and then getting all this stuff set up and getting that going. So imagine you're taking a little bit of a rest before you know that you absolutely need to head back into town if you're gonna make it back before dark.
Yeah.
But is there anything else you want to do that's like light activity or anything like that? Before you head out?
I'm going to if this man, if this previously deceased person, this guy, his pantry, I'm going to make sure there's no spoiled food that might stink up the place. I'm going to clear out something that might rot. You don't know what he was eating, so might clear out a little bit. Stuff that I may not know the age of, just whatever.
Okay.
I'll throw somewhere.
Yeah, there's some of it you have to throw out because you're like, it's a little iffy. Like, maybe you could eat it right now and it'd be fine, but it definitely is not going to keep. Just like varied things that are already made. You do find like a few small like sacks of grain, some like some like potatoes, that kind of stuff that keeps for a long time. Just enough stuff that it's definitely clear that they've got to go somewhere to get this. Like, obviously that garden back there is not growing all this stuff. It's not like a full field of like subsistence crops or anything like that. So this person must have gone into like a city or like a nearby village or something like that to supply occasionally. But either way, you get rid of all the other stuff and you find there's still quite a bit of food out here. Like they stock up pretty well, and then like that way they don't have to go into town for a long time. While you're looking, Hattie will come back and say, "Hey, I looked in the chicken coop. There's some eggs in there."
No chickens?
No chickens, but there are some eggs.
Well, if they're fertile, then probably not best to leave them cold. Let's go check. We get back, there's like emu eggs or something. like
Yeah, it's a really big chicken, you know?
Yeah.
Emus are just Roroan chickens.
Oh,
That's
God.
what they call chickens in Roroa.
It's a chicken. It's a big
You've
chicken.
been
No,
feeding that
small
thing.
chicken. It's baby. No, get back on the boat. Get back on the boat.
I guess I'll go see if I can identify these eggs. First, make sure they're chicken. Two,
Paranoid now.
I guess it could be like hatching snakes. I don't know. Like, there's other things lay eggs. Like, the chickens are coming in well. Just alligators in the.
Right.
They're a little different, but you know they're doing their best. They do taste like chicken. But and see if the best way I can figure out to see if maybe they're fertile. I know flashlights don't exist in this world, but
Right.
Use a candle.
yeah, we've been over this. I think.
You don't want them to you don't want to hold them up to like an open flame necessarily either.
Yeah.
So
Use a candle with a screen though.
it's true. Okay,
could
I'd
use
say
a-
give
yeah,
me.
we could use
You
a-
have profession farmer. Give me a profession farmer.
Yeah, I do.
Okay, that's a good check. So, you're able to figure out that these are fertilized. So yeah, they're gonna need to be incubated if you want something to hatch out of them. As far as you can tell, they're chickens. They're the right size. Like the shell seems about the same thickness that it generally should be for what you'd expect out here. And we'll see you found like some typical chicken feed and that kind of stuff as well. So they're not even like wild. Like he doesn't just let them like, hey, just go out and eat bugs. Right? Like actually would feed them, and then they would just fill in the rest of their diet whatever they found. And yeah, you do see you actually do see a pen that's empty there as well, like a very small animal pen.
He's got to lead these. I look for signs of maybe where these chickens could have maybe ran off to, or were they taken, or do I see any signs of struggle?
Chicken struggle.
Signs of a struggle, right?
Chicken struggle.
Give me a perception.
Because one, I would like to get them back to sit on the eggs, because I don't want to make Sherlock stay here overnight and sit on these eggs. Perception.
Sherlock's like, I am a warrior. This is an indignity.
Just come back. All the eggs are broken. I failed.
There was a snail. I don't believe you, first of all.
So 22. Yeah, you definitely find like marks on the ground and stuff of that were obviously chickens' feet moving around and such. They do seem to scatter into the woods, like into the actual trees. You can go and see like if maybe they didn't make it super far and they've like grouped up elsewhere, or you're not really sure.
I'm gonna do the tried and true as somebody who's fed chickens. I'm gonna get whatever he used to scoop out seed. Let it be a cup or I assume if maybe he just poured from the sack or used his hands. Don't know. But I'm gonna jostle the shit out of that bag. And if he did have a scoop in there, I'm gonna get some feed in it. And I'm gonna just do chicken neck. Clicks and calling noises.
Okay. Give me evens or odds and roll a d10. This is what you want it to be.
Odds. D10?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay.
Nobody likes 2. No.
The hell is a chicken's perception check?
Low, probably. I don't know.
Probably pretty low.
Is it like sound based? Probably pretty low. Sight based, I think they actually have pretty good eyesight
It's got +5. That's not too terrible.
because they can pick out bugs and stuff.
Distance. There's a
detail.
storm, or a rainstorm at least.
I don't have call animal prepared as a spell, so
Don't you have like a once a day for call animal?
oh, do I?
Isn't that what you got? From
I
the kid?
do. I forgot I had that. I have not used that. Where did you get that? I forgot how I got that.
I believe that's what you got when you helped Clint out when he was at that gravesite.
Oh, yeah.
You got
Shit.
You spoke to a spirit.
Master level 1, seek you out. Oh, times 6. Well, you could at least get. Here, I'll do it.
You're good. Let's see if you actually need to do it or not. Hold on.
Yeah, but yeah. If not, will be the next step.
Yeah, that's not quite good enough. So yeah, you do that. You don't hear anything. A few minutes pass, and you're like, okay, they probably can't hear it.
Maybe if I do a little bit of magic.
So you're gonna call chicken.
Wild animal. Wild.
It's true. It is wild. It does say wild animal.
But if it is an animal that is now in the wild, is a wild no. I'll leave that up to your discretion whether or not that I might get some prairie chickens. I don't know. Some pheasant.
Domesticated animals or animals trained by someone else, including
turkeys.
It says they are unaffected by call animal. That sucks.
Oh, okay.
You can still try it. Maybe one of them is wild, right?
Yeah. Right. It's nice.
Or at the very least, you get a wild chicken if they're out there.
I'll try it anyway. Yeah. I'm like, I mean, maybe they're like feral. Maybe they're like pigs. Like they spend 30 minutes in the woods and they become, feral pigs immediately.
Yeah.
Pigs
so you
will
can
straight
specify
up
like bird or
flightless bird. Technically, chickens can fly. They just can't fly like distances. Like turkey.
They generally just like perch in trees and stuff. That's what
they can fly up to trees, basically.
Yeah, they just use it to
nice
find somewhere above ground to not be eaten right this minute.
Caster level, and your caster level right now is what, 4?
Yes.
Perfect. Okay.
I mean, I also have Call Animal as a spell, like in level 1, if you just want me to actually do it. So.
That's fine. I was just checking something. So, double checking. All right, yeah. You make the you call. You use your animal call. Whistle out into the rain a few times. like, probably, I imagine, shaking the bag of feed a few more times just in case.
Yeah.
You hear chicken noises. You never really hear this, like, the fucking, like, warbling of a bunch of chickens in the distance. All approaching at once, like a bunch of them.
Oh,
And they burst out of the
Is this about to be Zelda?
Like, there's like
That's what I
9 just frantic chickens, just hens.
I thought for sure
burst
you were
out
going to
of
say
the
100 after that 9.
I thought about it, but I was like, no, this still would work. But they all just haul ass out of the woods. They don't stop where, like, if you toss any of the feed or anything like that. They don't stop at that. They run straight past you and to the other side of the cottage. And Hattie's like, that was kind of weird. And then you hear, in the woods, you hear like what sounds like snapping branches and much heavier talons moving through the woods.
Oh no!
And you just hear this loud rat, like this like rough, like shrieking noise.
Oh no.
That's worse than weird.
Please, no, don't be.
Hattie starts to back up towards the cottage.
I draw the bow, just in case. Even though I know we'll do no good. I go. Click, 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 click.
Oh, I forget, does this control the disposition of this animal? Just remains indifferent. Okay. Okay.
I mean, if it is an animal.
Yeah. It is. Yes. The spell does specify animals.
Okay.
So, what emerges is a large creature. So, a bird roughly horse-sized.
Oh man.
With these, like, kind of grayish brown, like tawny type feathers. And this big, curved, almost axe-shaped beak emerges from the trees with those like giant ass bird eyes. It just comes right out with this like one jerky motion. And you see like a bunch of leaves pop up, and it like stares at you for a second and starts to like move. Almost, you can't quite tell if it's going to attack at first. It like stomps towards you and just kind of stands there looking at you, right next to you.
Oh. Well, first of all, I breathe a sigh of relief. Because it's not the storm chicken. Storm passion. Oh, aren't you beautiful? I goes, are you hungry? And I shake the bag.
It like looks down the bag, turns its head like it's looking with the other eye. You can feel Sherlock is just bristled. It's like he is not happy that this big ass bird just walked up on you. He's like, "That's a fucking chocobo. What are you doing?"
Yeah. I will pour out some feed on the ground. I'll go, yeah. You get some seed?
It kind of scratches at it a little bit. It looks up back to where the chickens went. It kind of makes this like clicking noise in its throat, like it's way more interested in what's going on over there. Then it looks at Hattie, who closes the door to the cottage. Yeah. She's inside now.
Oh, do you not? You're not a seed one, are you? You're more of the other type of. Hold on. Let's see what I got on me.
Give me a quick animal handling.
Yeah. Sam, but try to get you. If
Nice.
my favorite enemy does that knowledge perception does not technically say animal enemy, so
It doesn't. No. It's fine. 22 is pretty good. So yeah, it seems calm for now. Yeah, if you want to try identify it, I need a knowledge nature.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and do that.
It is an animal. I'll give you that much. 23. Yeah, this is an axe beak.
Yeah,
That's
probably
what they're
know.
called.
When you described the beak, I'm like, oh. I don't actually know anything about X-beaks, but I know they exist.
Yeah, they're definitely predators. They tend to compete with wolves and hunting cats. They're some people can train them to ride them. They tend to be pretty territorial, pretty fierce overall. Kind of difficult to deal with, especially once they're already adults like this one. But yeah, this is their natural size they get to. And generally, if there's one nearby... let's see, what was your check? 23. This one is female. And you know that a lot of times, like, it doesn't matter which sex they are, they'll hunt together. But you know that typically the females tend to stick together in hunting groups more often, which means that there's probably others nearby as well. That they don't tend to stick to the forests, so maybe they were just venturing inside and happened to like be close by when you called it. But the others can't be too far away. And if this one ran over here, it's likely the others are going to get curious and come follow because they're actually, for birds, they're fairly smart.
Yeah. Hattie, do we have? Did we? When I was looking through food stuff, was there dried meat in there?
Give me evens or odds and roll d10.
Odds. I want it to be right.
Yeah.
Surely it won't be 2 twice in a row. Okay.
Yeah, you definitely found some like smoked meats, some dried meats.
I'm gonna holler at Hattie and be like, "Hey, Hattie, if you can hear me, will you toss me some of that dried meat that's in there in the pantry?"
She's like at the window. You see the axe is in the window too.
Yeah.
Opens it. What?
Ask me. Hold on, you stay there. I'm gonna slowly back up to the.
Keeps making that like raptor clicking noise in its throat.
Huh? Oh, calm down. Hold on. I'll get you something to snack on. That's not me, my bird, or my friends. I'll get up to the window. In the pantry, there's some dried meat. Will you hand me all of it?
All of it?
Yeah. Okay. That. The hell is that thing? Is that an axe beak?
Yeah.
Why is it here?
Hunting chickens, I assume.
Grabs like
Seems a little cannibalistic.
Throwing all the a lot of birds eat birds.
Yeah, that's true. I look at
you see just like shoveling all the different meat and stuff in there. You see there's like this really nice smoked ham that she pulls out of a box. You're like, what the fuck? She puts that in the bag too, and just like drags it over. Oh wait, hold on. Like several links of sausages also go in the bag. Looks like there's some dried fish or something that goes in there. There's a sandwich in here that has meat on it.
Sure.
How's this stuff? It's fine. Okay, the sandwich.
I
think that's all the meat.
If it'll fit through the window.
She has to open it all the way, pushes that out there. Mm-hmm. The axe, when you get that and turn around, the axe beak is right there.
Okay. I go, oh, you snuck up on me, and I'll pull out on the fish, and I'll say, oh, I'll lay the fish on the ground because I might lose my hand.
pretty hard, right?
Yeah.
Okay. It looks at it for a little bit, like seems really interested in what's in the bag, but then it does like just this quick, just snap, and like the fish is gone.
I'll shake the bag and I'll walk off to the forest where it came out of.
Okay.
Like,
it follows you.
Yeah.
There's still time left in the spell.
Yeah. And I'll start taking some of it and, dumping it around. All right. Once you eat this, you got to go though. All right. And if you have any of your friends nearby, you can share. I guess I don't know.
So you dump it, or you just set the bag down.
I'll open up the bag and set
like open it.
Set the bag down. Yeah.
Ah.
So the meat's all resting in the bag, kind of
Gotcha.
contained. So it's not just like all on the dirt.
Okay. So you got it like sort of set down.
Probably not getting that bag back, but
you can see that it like goes and snaps up a few pieces of the meat and swallows them, and then kind of looks curiously at it and like walks around it a few paces. You hear that like clicking noise, and it like starts to like pull at the sides of the bag until part of the bag is like overlapping the meat, and it grabs the top of it and picks the whole bag up and runs off into the woods.
All right. Okay, where are those chickens going? Hopefully that does not come back to bite me.
Literally.
The cottage
or bite
the cottage
me.
is like slightly raised, right?
Yeah.
The chickens have all huddled on the opposite side of it, underneath it. They're easy to find because they're making a lot of noise.
Yeah. I'll go up to the seed and be like, "Come on," for a little bit of seed out.
Right. Go and get me another animal handling real quick. I'm
gonna
assuming you're trying to coax them back into the coop.
Yeah.
With the seed, that's good enough for sure.
Yeah.
You have what they want, and the scary thing's gone. Well, one of the scary things. Sherlock doesn't fill them with. It doesn't really fill them with confidence, but like. Yeah.
Hey, if they can get used to dogs, I can. Once I get to speak with animals again, I can announce that. No, he's gonna look out for y'all. He's like a weird rooster.
Right. So.
Well, that means you won't be eating any of these chickens because you've already made the rule that if you talk to it, you're not allowed to eat it.
Guys, I have to come up with 9 chicken names.
But yeah, you're able to get them back in the coop, and they seem to eventually settle down.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, that was impressive. It's like they're made to do this or something.
I mean,
did you talk to that big one too, the X-Beak?
I did talk to it. I didn't have speak with animals going, but I did talk to it.
Okay.
I think they're actually pretty intelligent, so I think it was getting what I was trying to convey. Please don't eat me or my friends or my chickens. Have all this. Please go away.
Right. Okay.
I mean, unless they want to hang out. I mean, it'd be hard procuring food for them.
I think if they hang out, they'll procure their own food.
Yeah, I just don't want them to eat my chickens.
Right. Or your friend Hattie.
Yeah. Sure.
Well, he can ride on your shoulder. I'm a little too big for that.
I mean, you get on my back and he can ride on your shoulder. I can probably get both of you.
No, you won't let me pick you up. You can't pick me up.
No! Sorry, that comes from a childhood trauma.
I asked while I was doing it, but I asked.
When you're lucky, it seems like everybody wants to pick you up.
That's Sam's like horrible tragic past. It's just being an adorable baby that the whole family just picking up and kissing on the head. He's just screaming for his work.
Like for far too long in his childhood, he got
Sam's
the fucking Death Note music in the background.
Yeah.
He's just getting kissed and passed around.
I was definitely thinking about RDC World, like light internal monologue, but it's
I'm
Sam
all
as
these sons
a
of
baby
bitches.
having the
They don't
light
even
internal
know.
monologue about murdering everyone.
stupid. No.
What do you think? Yeah. So. Right. So my next question is, so yeah, burning this body is gonna take a while. Are you guys gonna like you would know that in order to sit here and wait and make sure it's completely done, you'd probably have to stay the night at this cottage. If you're okay with just trusting the setup and leaving, you can come back in the morning.
Yeah, I'll dig a big dirt ring around. That way, if the fire does spread somehow in the rain,
that'd be tough. Yeah,
yeah, but still, or the body gets up and starts walking while it's on fire. I don't know.
That would be the worst way to have a forest fire start, I think, is flaming zombies. Flaming zombies is just a bad deal all
That's
around.
a lot worse than the regular.
That's
ones.
hey DM.
Yeah,
there's
they
a
are.
homebrew monster for you, flaming zombie.
Homebrew.
Yeah.
Yeah, that exists. That is a real
Yeah,
thing.
is it?
it exists.
Yeah, unfortunately it does.
You can tell who doesn't read the monster manual.
That's fine.
I don't read the monster menu either. I've just come across
She's
them.
encountered it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen.
Hey, necromancers, try filling your skeletons' heads with oil and then putting a wick at the top. Traveling lamps.
Oh gosh. What
The
are they
advice
called?
says-
The flaming head artillery piece or whatever. Those are a thing too, where they're literally like heads that are on fire, and they make like tallow candles out of the heads, and they use those and launch them out of trebuchets at people. Yeah, it's wild.
Also, goblins have something called a sting chuck, which is a desiccated head filled with wasps.
Oh, that's right.
That they,
That's
they
right.
just hurl it, and it fucking explodes, and wasps.
I was just thinking of Flame Kiss the One Sputtered actually, because we were talking about goblins and then fire at the same time. So that's what I was thinking of.
Yeah, if you want to know that story, it's in our Discord.
Yep, it
under
is.
D&D stories or
So-
TTRPG stories, whatever.
Further reasons for people to join our Discord is learning about Flame Kiss the One Sputtered.
So,
Anyway,
so
yeah, we'll
you're gonna
probably
trust the setup.
process. Yeah.
Head back in. Cool. So in that case, you're gonna run into Lamy about halfway back. Right. Like
Another
you see
predator.
her approaching, you're like, oh shit, another person. Oh wait, it's Lamia. Oh god, it's
I
Lamia.
recognize those red eyes anywhere.
It's not quite dark yet.
Oh, okay.
So, but you're in the woods, so yeah, it's still dark because the canopy.
Dark
So, yeah,
enough.
red glowing eyes in the distance.
Right, so there must be some kind of wolf or something. Oh, wait, no. Okay. Hey! Yeah, I shout.
Oh my gosh, I actually found you guys.
Oh.
For the longest time, I thought they were called woofs because of my mom's accent.
That also doesn't surprise me.
Like
Like how a dog
hooves?
woofs.
Oh,
Yeah,
wolf.
She calls them woofs.
Oh, okay.
It's like,
I guess that makes sense.
like animals like wolves and cows. I can't do it right now. I'm kind of rattled. We saw an axe beak.
Whoa.
Yeah.
That sounds cool.
Sam tamed it.
No,
What?
I
He
bribed it.
he bribed it. Yes.
Well,
we can talk as we walk. The walkers.
I'm glad you guys seem to be doing well. I just came to try and find you because, well, it was after 6 and you weren't back yet.
We had to burn a body.
What?
Yeah, fucking
We,
zombie.
Yeah.
Oh, what?
Don't tell Eli I said that. I've cursed a lot today.
Me too. But he's not around.
The cat's away, the mice will play.
I will
Yep.
tell Lamia the stories that we've had on the way back. Yeah, so I was looking for a place to stay. Found a thing.
Whoa, that's one
Yeah.
heck of a venture.
Saw we came up on this clearing. I saw a figure kind of hidden there. It took us a minute. Then we approached and I called out, just leaving out the part where I get
Yeah, conveniently leaving out the truth.
yeah.
Lamia, or not Lamia, Hattie doesn't snitch on you. So, Lamia, you
Strategically
don't learn
leaving
that
out
part.
being caught in a
No.
snare.
Hattie climbed a tree. He was pretty good at it.
Mhm. Took me like 7 seconds.
Yeah, she's
Awesome.
really good. I did a cool flip. Just like in context, like leaving out the reason for the flip.
So now Lamia's imagination is that like you guys were walking in the woods, we're like, look what I can do. And then she climbed a tree. You did a flip.
Like, climbed a tree.
Sam's just doing like
Pretty much
fight scenes for no reason, where he's just flipping around and jumping off of stuff because he can.
It's how he tamed the axe beak, or bribed the axe beak. Look what I can do.
Look at my sick moves.
No, describe like whoever lived there was doing some kind of dark, not good stuff. They had this book full of weird illustrations. I left the book there. I left everything there. I might bring Rahala in because she knows more about that
When
stuff.
you tell
Or
me
maybe
that
even
story, I'm gonna be like, you left the book. Anyways.
Yeah, I left that shit there. I didn't touch it. I didn't know. I know better than touching books that may be evil. That's why I copied the front of it, and I'm going to be like, hey, do you know what this is?
Exactly.
Oh, that's super illegal, and anybody that sees it must be executed on sight. Oh, cool. I found this sheet of paper.
Good. I didn't see that at all.
Yeah, I found this written on a sheet of paper. I guess whoever had this paper saw that book.
Right.
But yeah, I guess we'll head back to the office to reconvene or whatever.
Oh, Lamia will say, hey, see, I mean, what I heard when I was... Oh, by the way, I made you a poncho, Sam.
Oh, shit.
It's back at the office, but what I heard is... From what I heard while I was doing the sewing, it seems like the deal for the letter will go well. And... Oh, we got our money.
Oh, from Clint?
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Well, that'll help ease some of the boss's burdens, I believe. Don't tell him I said that. Call him that.
Don't worry. I also call him boss.
I love them, like, don't tell him I called him boss. Don't tell him I've been cursing. Maybe we're doing a lot of stuff Eli doesn't like today.
Let's get it all out when we're in the woods. In the woods, nobody can hear you curse.
Meanwhile, Eli's
That's what my grandpa always
really?
said.
You can cast clear audience? I wonder how my lovely coworkers are doing. Fuck! God damn it, fuck! Dude. I think they're fine. They're also grounded. No. But sorry. So you tell them all that. You guys are gonna yeah. So, Sam, you've got a pretty good idea of how to get back here. It's pretty easy since you got here the first time. You didn't get lost on the way or anything like that. So I'm not going to make you roll for your return trip.
On the way out here next time, I might do some trail markers of some kind.
Yeah, it'll still be good if you want, like, to be
other
to
people
have,
to
like,
be
able
able
to send anyone there or anything like that. Yeah. So, but
not that I want to be found, but you know.
Yeah, you can be subtle about it, but still.
Yeah.
Cool. But you guys are going to make it back just a little bit after dark. I assume, Lamia, you pivot off at some point and go sleep elsewhere. Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it's a little bit after dark. You guys make it back. And let's see, Eli, you're probably about ready to lock up and go to sleep by the time that they return to the office.
What does this mean? No.
Is that what you do?
I mean, if Rahal is there, yeah. Basically, I'm going to show her, or Eli, and then I'm going to give. I'm going to start putting like the bottles of ink on the table, just sheets of paper.
Yeah, Rahal's probably there.
Wild supply cabinet out there in the woods, mate.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Why were these in the forest?
Found a cabin in the woods.
Well, that sounds like the start of a very terrible story that could end with you being very dead. But yes,
Found
Also,
a book.
an okay movie.
That said,
Terrible stories.
Rada Nikto.
don't do summoning the Necronomicon out here, man.
I forget the actual words now.
Klaatu Barada Nikto. They used the thing from the old movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still, as an homage to that movie. It's Klaatu Barada Nikto. Evil Dead trivia for those of you who don't know, or technically that was from Army of Darkness, but
Klaatu
whatever.
Barada Nicto.
Yeah, Klaatu Barada Nicto.
Barada.
I knew what it was. I was just waiting for it to continue. Yeah,
I said it now.
I'm on track now.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm on track now. Okay,
Yeah.
let's go.
Yeah, there's a individual that was probably up to no good. He had kind of an evil-looking book full of not good stuff there with skulls, candles, magic bits of like obsidian and stuff like that.
He
And this
turns
is what
into
the
a zombie.
Yeah, he turned into a zombie after he was dead.
Yeah, that's definitely
Not
pretty,
fun.
not great usually.
Burn the corpse. Hopefully, it's done burning by now. Look at my not watch.
You just left a fire going in the forest.
I made a fire ring.
Smokey would be very upset with you.
I know. But no, I don't know what this means. I don't know if any of y'all have seen anything like that. So
I mean, I will investigate it. I'm assuming you're hollow will as well.
the copy of the thing.
Sure. That's a religion check on this one.
Cool. I have that. I think. Yeah.
Paula doesn't, but she's a bard, so she can make a check anyway.
Oh, I was gonna say, should we make this her natural 20 today?
I mean, might as well. Unless she's going to take anything else for the day. I think this makes sense.
Okay,
for it.
I think we can agree with that.
So that would make it a 25. Okay.
I imagine we're all like in a ring with like we all have like little keys we have to turn for like little like things that for all the natural 20.
To get the knowledge check. Yeah, it's like the launch codes.
But so Eli, yeah, you look at it and there actually is something familiar about this. You recall it because there was a few different books on not even what you would call lesser deities. Well, your master called them Yadakir.
Farts.
There
And
are
garters.
which means small gods.
Yeah.
In Tertian. Now, because of your good role and your specific background, you know that there's kind of a few different categories of those. There's sort of the title almost of Yadakir is like a very specific entity. It's like part animal, part person, magical hybrid beings that are just like innately interwoven with the arcane, very powerful. Supposedly they still exist, but you don't really see them anymore, and also you're not supposed to.
Right.
The kind of thing spoken of in hushed tones under the breath, or that kind of thing. You're not supposed to draw attention to them if you do see them or believe you see them. Really supposed to kind of put them out of your mind if you can. Now, and then there's more of just like a lesser category of Yadakir, which are other very powerful entities that can, in some situation, act as gods, usually over like remote villages or things like that, where they can be isolated and otherwise safe from anything that may want to usurp their power or remove them from power. But they can garner worship from a large enough group of people, especially if they can do things like grant power to them. The theory being, a lot of those things they will obviously start out not being able to like do things like grant spells, but through fear and coercion and other things, they will get enough reverence that they may eventually develop that ability. Enough sacrifices made to them, or magical items taken, just all sorts of ways to amass their power, and over long periods of time, adding to themselves. That's the sort of subcategory of what you might call something that's Yadakir that's not Yadakir. It's confusing if you try to explain to people who aren't Tertian.
Right.
But
I'm gonna level my best. Like, oh, that's real bad. Like, do the whatever exclamation, like Rahatha's breath or Mashani's paw. I don't care. Whatever thing. It's not a curse word that people
whatever
say. Like,
tame curse word you could say.
Yeah.
Caliph's balls.
Yeah. Well, you've heard Rahatha's balls in the
Yes.
couch.
Okay.
Yes.
But that one I would say is probably language.
Yeah, for sure. Or Ishara's tits. That's another one.
Yeah. But
Even
yeah.
though
Point is, it's bad.
Those are probably pretty nice, but like.
Point is, it's bad. I'm
also
not.
Goddess of Vengeance, so like you could probably just chill. But either way,
Everybody just take a chill pill.
but so you make that exclamation, but even more so, this specific symbol you remember being attached to an entry in one of his books about something called the Bone Lord,
Okay.
which was supposedly an entity that was during the Stark and Night when deities were rising to power, something that was competing for the same mantle as Khala Gral.
Ooh, yeah.
And didn't quite make it, but supposedly still lives on in some way in like the decaying parts of old woods and areas untouched by man or mortal kind. Almost like it exists kind of in the shadow of Khala Gral's power, not strong enough to pull itself together and mount any kind of return, but enough that there are still some people in remote places that might worship it, that even harness power from it and make sacrifices in its name. Things that would see Khala Gral and of course Mr. Gaia even potentially as enemies. But yeah, that's what you get is like, oh, this is, I think, the symbol of the Bone Lord, which essentially represents, unlike Khala Gral being just kind of the untamed wilderness, the like ruthless, decay and death that exists in nature. The Bone Lord is more almost a perversion of that. Like it's when it couldn't get that title, it came to represent this untapped power in nature on the side of like necromancy and the aversion, the overcoming of death, the conquering of death. So, yeah. They're talking about the dude in the forest who became a zombie, and he's got a book supposedly with the Bone Lord symbol. Yeah, kind of fits. And Rahala will kind of, to add to that, will chime in and just go, oh, gods. Yeah. Sam, how did you stumble on the one, like, druidic necromancer in... This is the symbol of the Bone Lord.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say it's taken all of my focus not to do the Bone Man bit, but
when she says Bone Lord, yeah. Well, I'm sure it was just Mr. Guy guiding me to, much like that other individual I found, whoever guides him. He said, didn't he?
Khala Gral.
Khala Gral, yeah.
He's not like, basically, he made it seem like he worships either, depends on what he's doing.
He's like,
he's a switch.
There under Khala Gral's mantle, basically.
But yeah.
Yeah, I'm like a lawful good ranger. He's like lawful evil, not maybe not even lawful, but you know what I mean.
He's probably neutral, anyways. But this is bad.
Well, that book and all his stuff is still there. If you want to come out with me tomorrow to do whatever, I mean, burn it, bury it.
I almost don't want to wait till tomorrow.
We don't want to go out there at night.
I really don't want to go out there at night if there's shambling corpses walking around, that's for sure.
I mean, it was just his.
Exactly.
It's just his now, but if he had this book and he's working with other followers of the Bone Lord, or even if he's done other things, it's really possible that by the time we get there at night, there's a whole load of these things.
Right, and in my studies of small cults and that sort of thing, supposedly the hour of this entity was essentially just before the stroke of midnight.
Right. Yeah, so nighttime definitely when it's going to be its most powerful and when they're going to be doing their weird ritual-y stuff. So we probably don't want to go out in the woods right then.
No, it's already dangerous enough going in the Setsi wilderness at night.
I mean, yeah, there are ag speaks out there. I fed them, so they may not be hungry at the moment, but...
You know, this might sound crazy. The X-Beaks are probably the least dangerous. I mean, the chickens you were talking about are probably the least dangerous thing, but the X-Beaks are probably the least dangerous thing when it comes to this stuff. And Yadaki being out there is really bad news if there's anything to do with them. We didn't talk about that. It was not a thing that was mentioned. Like, it was hushed tones and stuff, but I overheard conversations. I know about a lot of stuff that goes on in the Caliphate that I'm definitely probably not supposed to know about that has to do with these Yodakir.
Sure.
If there's any connection with them and the Bone Lord, that's extra bad.
Right. This would be the sort of thing, if it were in the Caliphate, likely the Hisad would clean this up. But here... I mean, someone's got to. Sounds like we might have already done it. We just maybe need to be a bit more thorough.
Could we, like, mail the Caliphate and, like, be like, hey, we got some heretics over here, and come.
Besides it taking a long time for them to show up, I'm not exactly keen on getting any of them to come out here.
Are they not cool?
I mean, I'm not particularly cool with them in the sense that the reason that I'm from Gurga is that I was brought up in a place to specifically avoid the Caliphate overreaching authorities of the Senate Arcana.
Oh, all right, okay.
True.
Sam is like, well, no, let's just get their cops to come deal with it, right?
Yeah.
Like,
yeah, we don't have to deal with that at all. But,
well, that's probably a natural response, and I think most people would say yes to that. My deep and abiding distrust that I was raised with says no.
is this something that the
White Thrush.
thank you, the White Thrush should be notified about?
No, I do think we need to bring this to their attention tomorrow.
No. Do you think they'll let me live there still?
Take care of it. You know.
I mean,
They
it's pretty
probably
nice
will
house.
go take care of it, but that's what I'm saying. The place you want to secure, but also I like to get my hands on that book at least a little before we turn it in.
Yeah. Sort of.
Also,
hard
I didn't
to
like.
deny
I
the
didn't go
allure.
through any of those chests in that room. I didn't want to touch
Chests.
anything. Yeah, there's some stuff in there.
So there's book. There's chests. There was axe beaks.
We are just
I
two
read in the
different
pantry.
builds of person, Sam. I can't imagine not looking through the dangerous book or the chests or the attic. Does it have an attic?
It does not have an attic. It's a cottage.
Or the
I mean, it has-
basement. It probably doesn't have one of those either. There are very
has
few
a-
basements
like
in
a-
Segia.
What do you call that? Crawl space. It has crawl space. Chickens run
Does have
under
crawl
there.
space, yeah.
Maybe that's where all the zombies.
As much as I am the person who will check the attic and the basement and the creepy chest and the whatever, I'm not the man to go in the crawl space. That's someone else's job.
So, I'm just saying, it might be valuable if we go there before it gets reported. You know.
I'm in agreement. But I definitely think we should report it. I just think we go and check it out ourselves first to determine if we really even need to.
Right, it could be nothing.
Exactly. I'm just saying like weird wavelength of like justifying.
Maybe he wrote this just to scare us. I mean, he's like, oh, people don't like the Bone Lord. I'll just put it on the book. Now they won't open it.
Yeah.
And it
Also,
worked.
having we're wrong. Well, with us will be nice.
I mean, I have seen him smash an undead creature already once, and
Yeah.
That undead Avarok at that.
yeah, I have no problem watching him do that again.
Plus, hey, it's out. I mean, if he wants to live out there, I'm sure he has it made wherever he's at the moment.
No, he's incredibly uncomfortable, and he's been standing stock still in the stable next to Nick's for like 2 days.
All right.
I brought him food the other day, and I don't think he moved from the previous time I brought him food.
Well, if he wants to stay out there, we can do that. I might build on. There's not really a stable out there. I was thinking about moving Ginger out there, but Ginger might be better taken care of in town.
The sad thing is, I think he'd be just more comfortable if he could. Well, Avarok tend to like to be underground.
Yeah.
We can start
It's
digging.
difficult here.
This is just not a good place generally for Overrock unless you go to the like caves and stuff. There's just no good underground stuff in Tsukia.
No.
We can build a hut, and then we
Easy
can
to
cover it in
find.
dirt, and then it will be underground. Right?
I'm sure it would. I don't know that it would work for him, but no. The other thing about the Bone Lord.
No.
Now I've forgotten it.
He's made of bone.
Well, okay, so yes, that was it. It doesn't. Supposedly, it didn't manifest in a specific form, right? Like, it was an entity at some point of varying mythological origin, but their whole thing was overcoming death. Like, they went through some transformation where they died and rose again as some renewed, likely undead being. But it formed itself of various small corpses, bird bones, and the remains of like foxes and all sorts of just rodents, whatever else was buried beneath the immediate earth. That was always the form it would take, some kind of colossus of tiny dead beings and earth.
The book, I want to say that my master had said it looked something like some weird kind of, if you could imagine a giant insect that is made of bones that you'd never seen before. It's like a whole exoskeleton, but it's like tiny bones, right? It was that weird description they gave of it, and that it could like reform in different ways if you like just, broke it but didn't destroy it.
Right. Or it could take the form of like various animals or insects or just elemental forms. But that being said, that sounds to me like a process that takes a bit of doing, right? And it's known to be very slow, very gradual in its methods. And its followers seem to also be doing the same thing. Lots of times when they have made big enough moves that they've come out of hiding, or someone has hunted them down, they would find that they had been working up schemes and things for generations. Not just one person's lifetime gets an idea and acts on it. It's this person develops something, begins to set things in place, and then it passes on to the next and passes on to the next. Or likely, even their remains either being used as undead creatures or to build some other sort of machination.
So we should probably get someone out there to like consecrate that area.
Right. I'm certain that if they were planning on doing anything, the crux of it lies on having desecrated that land, making it more attuned to negative energy and undeath.
Okay.
We'll need to break that. If they could... I know some people can just use components and use the energy and do, desecrate or consecrate something as a spell.
Mm-hmm.
But there are other methods to do it that are a bit more involved, usually involving like burying things in specific places in accordance with different directions. If we can go out there and find those points of power that he's established, if he has, then it's much easier to dismantle.
Definitely, it's like it's very similar to like a casting circle and how you use the different rings to channel power and the different draw lines for what you need. But in this case, it's a physical entity that's put in a specific place around a point instead of drawn on the ground.
Right, exactly.
The good thing about those is if you understand how the power conduits and the lines work, you can reform them and reshape them to either alter the effect or to make it not work.
Mm-hmm. Very well said. Like a regular scholar yourself.
I've got some experience in the matter. Unfortunately, doing it the wrong way is something I've got more experience with than doing it the right way in some cases. You learn through mistakes.
You do. You definitely do. But alright, so maybe we tackle that in the morning then. When it's nice and bright.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say too, when there's plenty of sunshine out.
And we've got Varbrong also with us.
Yeah.
How did you discuss? I'm going to. I wasn't out there the first time, and look, me and Sam killed a zombie. And then he bribed an axe-beak. I think we're pretty capable.
So that's a great point. We should stop at the butcher on the land because we might need to bribe some axe-beaks.
And I'll be able to speak with animals again. I did talk to it. I don't think it. I know they're reasonably intelligent. I don't know if they understand speech. They may understand tone.
Every time he's out of sight, it's like he becomes the world's most interesting man.
Sorry.
Sam, I'm just going to look over here, and I want you to tell me a story when I turn back around.
See him grow a beard
go.
instantly. No, yeah, just like turn, just like poof, turn back, falls out.
Right. Or there's like
How did
birds
you do
in
that?
it.
Yeah. He's like a modern day Paul Bunyan,
But anyway.
way shorter.
We could go ahead and pass that night so that Molly gets to actually play again.
Yeah, sorry.
No, you're good.
Oh gosh.
So Molly, you go out into middle of nowhere and sleep.
Yep.
All right, cool. Real quick, roll me a D100 just in case.
Uh-huh.
It's probably something good.
Yeah, totally. It's not a dream or anything.
Most things are good, Molly. Just be positive.
Uh-huh. Sure.
Hey, it's 77. That's 2 sevens. 7's a lucky number, right?
I mean, I like to think it is for me, yes.
And that's 7 11 times mathematically, and twice just if you look at it.
Uh-huh.
It's good shit. Unfortunately,
yeah, that's what I
if
thought.
you take 11 and you add 2, that's 13, which is an unlucky number. So...
That's a stretch. We could have done the remainder off of friggin' 77. 100 minus 77 is 23. Subtract 10 from that, then that's 13.
Yeah.
I can play this game all day. Anyways,
that would
that
imply
one
I
number?
need more math. Anyway, okay. So Lamia, you're trying to rest out there.
Yeah.
Belly's full. You actually feel pretty good.
Yeah.
You know, ate another stick, and you're like, it doesn't taste good, but you know what? I'm not hungry. It's nice.
Yeah. It wasn't raw meat.
You know, unfortunately, the stick you ate this time was not all fooded. It was just a stick. So you have a very... I'm kidding.
Didn't know I would just do that, but
that
okay.
would be the best trick, though, if you have all food. You cast it on a stick, and you hand the person a stick, but it's not that stick. Is it supposed to be this tough? You're like, it's fine.
Yeah, just eat it. You just gotta commit.
One pranks to play on your friends when you're a ranger.
Yeah, just stop them before they chew too many times.
Yeah.
Hey, don't die now, idiot.
Here, have this pine cone. You cast all food on it, right?
Now I
really
do.
want to mess with them. Cast all food on food.
Oh God.
What
What the fuck is wrong with this cake?
Yeah.
Guys, the only thing we have to eat is a tomato. Well, I'm gonna cast all food
Oh,
on it. so we
thank
can eat it.
you.
Yes.
Thank you very much. The Liching Hour. Thank you.
Oh.
Alrighty. So yeah, with your 77 there.
Yep.
Yes, you are comfortable outside, but you do notice that there is something watching you in the darkness at a distance.
Oh, okay.
Several somethings.
Okay.
About 12 pairs of gleaming eyes that seem to be watching you.
Yeah, I'm just gonna chill. You know what? I'm just assuming I'm dreaming again and it's wolves.
When you eventually, kind of like nod off or like lose, stop paying attention for a while and such, and like kind of glance back out there just because, you gotta be ready. You glance out there and you see 13, 14. There's more. There's like 20 of them out there now.
Oh, it's a raiding party! Thank you!
Oh,
Hello,
my God.
Raiders. We have about 8 minutes, but
Yeah, I
welcome.
know we're about to leave.
Welcome!
It's perfect timing. Right at the end, guys.
Speaking of 20.
We got about 8
Hey.
minutes left. Let's make it count. Thank you very much, The Litching Hour.
Yes, thank you
your-
so much.
Your community, your beautiful people.
Anyway,
Yes.
there's more! There's more eyes watching me.
Yeah, there's like about 20 of them now. Interesting.
8 minutes bring a dragon? Shut up.
So I imagine you start watching, suddenly all the eyes mold together into one big pair of glowing eyes. You see some wings spread. No, I can't do that. I want to so bad. But it's
A 24-eyed dragon. That's a lot of eyes.
like compound eyes, like a freaking fly, but it's a dragon.
That'd be cool.
Oh, that would be cool.
Dragonfly?
Yeah, a dragonfly. I was gonna say.
Fly dragon.
Fly
Yeah.
dragon. I was gonna do the
Flagon dry? I don't know. Anyway,
Flagon
so
dry.
Actually, a
but yes,
vibrant
you see
fly.
like 20 sets of eyes outside. They're all a little too far away for you to get a good look at them, kept in the trees and such.
Mm-hmm.
I imagine at this point you're kind of watching them.
Yeah, probably at this point, because that's more than I've ever had in my dreams.
Okay. You watch for a while, and you start to get this just uneasy feeling. Like hairs stand up on the back of your neck, kind of just something's off. Probably make sure to look behind you just in case. Like, oh shit, am I being surrounded? No. It's open grounds behind you. No trees, but no eyes.
Oh
Back
wait,
to the
I
group.
probably don't have dark vision.
There's still.
Thank you
20
for the
of them.
follow,
Yes, thank you very much.
because I didn't eat raw meat today, did I? Let me look at
You
that.
ate.
I ate, but it has to be raw meat for the dark vision, I'm pretty sure.
Do it.
I don't have it pulled up right now.
See, that's the low light.
I mean,
If you have at
What-
least low light, then it's about the same. Because this isn't dependent on your dark vision, they'd be out of range for that.
Okay, I have low light no matter what.
Yeah, you're good then. So, right. So you go back to watching them.
Yes, sorry. I
You
just didn't
see-
want to be wrong.
They are about the right height level for wolves. So like that assumption kind of ringing true for a while. That's all you see is eyes. And then about the center of this group of them, the center set of them raises up. Not in a way that like a wolf could stand up. Like a little too smooth, a little too fluid. Raises up and begins to approach. And what walks out of the trees in the distance, out of that dark area back there, you see what looks like a rather wild-looking, fit demi-man who is nude.
Oh, lovely. Lamia's just looking straight at his face.
uh-huh.
You've got Panda's attention now. Anyway.
Which is sushi.
He kind of he walks out, not like standing like all proud, but a little bit hunched. He walks straight towards you, moves only about 10 feet or so closer, and takes a seat, just like cross-legged, hands kind of in front of him. Thankfully for you, probably just obscures. It isn't like he's trying to obscure, his bits, but inadvertently seems to. He watches you for a while, looks back at the rest, and all of the other sets of eyes raise up as well and walk out. A set of 19 other people, all nude, varying races and genders. They all walk out and sit. They're still maybe 60, 70 feet away from you. And the one who's sitting just in front lifts his head for a moment and he speaks. He says something. It's not in Ulu. You don't really recognize the language. It sounds more like... It sounds like he's singing. And it sounds similar to Ulu, which that language is... For people who don't speak it, it's really difficult to like try to make anything out. You can usually get you can get basic ideas pretty easily, but trying to make out other stuff is kind of tough because Ulu mimics a lot of sounds in nature. This is supposedly taught by the elements. There's lore. Anyway, so there's an element of that to it where you're getting like it's almost calling to your mind like leaves floating in a breeze, or the trickle of water in a calm stream, or the warm glow of a fire on a cold night. You're getting just kind of this odd empathic senses from it. And slowly it begins to make sense to you. This creature is singing to you. And the others seem to join, kind of adding this harmony to it. They call you sister. And they ask you to come join them. You hear there's like a fond longing in the song, like it's like a family you've been estranged from, asking you to come visit, just come see them for a while, and it makes you feel sad.
Huh.
Give me a will save.
Oh, good. My best score.
Oh, you got it.
That didn't roll too bad for me.
Okay. Keeping the 16?
Yeah.
You sure?
Yeah, luck.
I mean, I don't.
You
I
can throw
mean,
luck on there.
I asked if I had a natural 20, but you said I didn't, and not a natural 20. I meant a 20 side die, not a. And I don't know if I want to spend.
You still have Fortune's favor, not Fortune's favor. Fortunate Fate. You still have the same one Ellie gave you forever ago. It's never been used.
I actually want to save that for a different thing. So you guys are okay if I rolled the luck die?
Your part.
Okay. I just didn't want to do it without.
18. Okay.
Woo.
DC was 17. So.
Oh, then woo.
You feel that same sense. Imagine bringing Shy Guy into D&D as a monster. I kind of can.
We could stab that.
That kind of, this odd, like, heartbreaking song they're singing, it does still make you feel very calm. You almost find it impossible to, like the parts of you that would be afraid or on guard or, like, even just terrified by this, like, those parts of you seem like you can't reach them. You can't pull any, like, very strong emotions out of this. But you still fight against it, because just whatever this is, it's odd. You don't really want to be lulled into a sense of security. There's something wrong here. You're trusting the sense you got a moment ago. Mm-hmm. And as you feel like you kind of rip yourself free from that sensation of sorrow and shame, like you just want to run out there and hug one of them at least. Right as you like pull yourself out of that, you sit up awake. You're sitting in the same spot you were. And you look over where those people where you do see imprints in the grass of 20 creatures. But it's quiet now. And because you made your save, you can still get a full night's rest.
Oh, that's even better. But Lamia will whisper to herself, "Is like, was that your family, Alexifix?"
No reply.
Yeah, of course, but yeah.
See, cheaper.
Right. Cool. So that's that. You all get a full night's rest.
Yeah.
And next session, which unfortunately is not next week. Next week is our
Game night.
shenanigans week or something else we're gonna do. But we will wrap there for this session.
Thank you for joining us, everybody.
Yes,
Including
thank
the
you for joining
Raiders.
us.
Yeah,
Thanks,
Raiders.
Raiders, for coming in. VOD will be up immediately after this, so if you want to go check it out, absolutely feel welcome. We'd love to have you around. I think did we post the link to the Discord in case any of you
I did,
care to
yes. It's
join?
pinned. Discord link's pinned to the very top of the chat. Tell us what kind of animal you want to raise your mythic warrior super god baby in a fairy tale.
I need to go to the mod.
Because I put that's what the part of the link was. But also we have a YouTube if you want to watch any of our past stuff. Everything's up. This week's will be posted on YouTube on Monday.
Yep.
We also have a Patreon if you want to join that. We have cool stuff. Just at the $1 tier, you get access to a special part of our Discord, and then also our Making a TTRPG that Keegan and
And whoever chose Sam got their
got-
points.
Sam
Bunch
rolled all
of
the natty
money,
ones tonight.
Because I rolled
Um,
two back to back.
yeah.
I missed it.
Yeah, that's us. And then
Oh, it was rough.
Are you guys doing
other than pitching all our other stuff,
Lost Initiative tomorrow too?
I don't think we are actually.
Okay.
I think that ended up complications.
I wasn't-
I'll tell you guys.
I wasn't
after.
sure
It's
because
on-
I knew that people were
it's on
still
my side.
under the weather and stuff as well. So
Yeah,
Right.
that stuff. We were gonna do something, but yeah, something came up for me, so I don't think I can, which is annoying. But we're in a good mood right now, so I don't want to ruin it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other than pitching all our other stuff, I hope everyone here has a great night, and we're gonna figure out who to raid.
Raid?
don't
No
do
Shadow
it.
Legends.
Don't do it. You did it.
I knew it. I knew it.
Anyways, it always
This stream is
happens.
brought to you by Raid Pest Spray.
That's what I thought you were gonna say too. Actually,
you
that's what I
got
thought you were going.
The
buddy.
cockroaches and the ants, then you need the raid spray. Not actually brought to you.
Not actually, not sponsored. Hashtag not sponsored.
Hashtag not sponsored. You know what, dude? I don't care what kind of money they offer us. It could be $5 and like a free bottle of Raid spray. If they offer it to us, we have to take it. I will.
I mean, yeah, that's true.
like just for the meme. Of, we're sponsored by Raid.
Not that
The
right.
pest
The other
spray.
one. Yeah, not that one. The other one.
Yeah, that'd be impossible to turn down. Oh shit, Interpoint Station's on. We'll raid Interpoint
Yeah.
Station. It's been a
We haven't
minute.
done them in a while.
Check out some Lancer. That looks like a dope TTRPG.
I still
like
want to
Nex
play
and
Lancer.
stuff.
Yeah.
We have the rules.
Got a PS5 now.
We just don't have the
Rubicon.
time.
Fire
Viper
Sword.
Mario,
Wonderful
you brought
night,
up the-
everybody.
You brought up that false Hydra, by the way, Viper Mara. I just watched some videos on that. I actually surprisingly didn't know about that fucking community-made monster.
Oh
until
yeah,
fairly
False
recently.
Hydra's sick, dude. I love the False Hydra.
That thing is wild.
It's so cool.
Yeah. I definitely haven't statted one in Pathfinder First Edition, so.
I love that. I definitely haven't done that.
Anyway, sweet dreams, everyone.
Oh,
Oh,
Good
that's a
night.
Monday game, isn't it?
Yeah.